Hello, hello. I don't see anyone here just yet. 2 people watching. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you're not, and share the live if you can. Also, audio check. Can you let me know if my audio sounds okay or if it's a little muffled? Because I am using my pop filter today, but I still want to make sure that the quality is just as good. And just give me a minute, and I'm creating a banner at the bottom for any information on Chelsea Grimm's disappearance. So, hello and welcome to those who are coming in, those who are watching on replay. Thank you for being here. Just give me a moment. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Sorry, y'all. Sorry if anybody's in here and I have dead air. I don't mean to. I hope everyone is having a happy Sunday afternoon, a decent, lazy, laid back one, because I know I am. Or Coconino's. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Coconino County Sheriff's Office. County Sheriff's Office. And yeah, my keyboard is super loud. It's my son's that I inherited from him. It's a gaming one, so yeah, I gotta get all my little stuff together, but this will work for now. Okay, almost done here. 928-774. 4523. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted it to do. There we go. Save. And here we go. All right. I see that no one has come in yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do my commands. What's up, my giblet? I say giblet, you say giblet, but maybe it's the same. I don't even know what the damn word means, but hello, blind. You're the first one here. Does my audio sound okay? Because I'm using my pop filter. So if it sounds muffled, let me know. We'll do an audio test. So this is with my filter. What's up, my giblet? How are you? And when I remove it, what's up, my giblet? How are you? Which one is better? The first or the second? Like the way I'm talking right now? Oops. Or does this sound better? Which one sounds better quality? And I don't have pecan pie. I need your input, blind. So audio 1 is right now. Audio 1, check. Audio 2, check. Audio 1, audio 2. Which one is better? Yeah, but does it sound the same whether I have the filter or not? Morgan Freeman. Okay, so I'm guessing the filter. I can use the filter. This is me using the filter, and you say I sound fine, so I'm taking your word for it. Okay, so I'll wait a few more minutes. Blind, also check your messenger, because I did get a message. Okay, the first one is this one. I think this, yeah, whatever. We're gonna go with this one. Check your message, because I did get a message from the same person that we were talking about earlier, and I will be getting with that person, and they will be joining the panel one day this week. I'm not sure which day or time yet, but I did let them know that you had reached out also. So definitely check your messenger when you can. Okay, and yeah, I'm using that right now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and present my screen just to show. I am working on a timeline that I'm doing myself on Canva, a visual timeline. Because I've written everything down. I'm very OCD about all that. I have all my notes, and I'm working on a visual timeline. So as soon as I'm done with that, I will share that. But I wanted to share this because so we know that she left on 9/24 for her trip, which she left from the Ocean Beach area. So it's like the San Diego area, if I'm not mistaken. And so in between the 24th and the 27th, we don't have any information. That's kind of like some days that are like lost that hopefully someone can fill in, because the next time she was heard of was in Phoenix. This is the day on the 27th that she spoke to her parents and let them know she wasn't going to be continuing on the road trip. And also the 27th is the day, I'm going to get my little timeline. The 27th is also the day she met up with a friend in Phoenix. And then she had made plans to meet up with her again on the 28th, but canceled those plans. So it did take her, this is about a 5-hour, 15-minute drive. So if she stopped in between here at any point between the 24th and the 27th, that is unknown to me at this point. Hi, Leopard Print. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. But yeah, so this was just a little visual on how far she had gotten between the 24th and the 27th. And I don't do mapping, so I can't sit here and show y'all this is where she went this day and this day, but I do have pictures that I obtained where I can show. So let me grab those real quick. How are you today, Leopard Print? Okay, is this the one? Yeah, here's one. And I'm sorry if y'all hear all background noise. They're watching a loud movie. Hi, Nicole. Good to see you. How are you today? I hope everyone is doing well. Okay, so this map here, share. Okay. So I got this off of the Facebook groups. So this destination right here, where it starts from, says Crown King. There was no context to go with this, so I'm not sure exactly what this Crown King is. However, I do know that, and it only says 3.5 hours. So again, not sure about this, but these are the 3 places that I know for sure, and like kind of like the erratic, almost like she wasn't sure of where she wanted to go or what she wanted to do, because her first stop was in Seligman, where she tried to rent the hotel with the euros. So that happened here, and that was on the 28th. So this is also the same day as the encounter with police. And make sure that's right. Nope, that was the 28th. Okay. Or did I say that? Anyway, so the 28th, she is in Seligman. She tries to check into the motel and tried to pay in euros. And yes, that's also the day of the body cam police in Williams, near Williams Cemetery. So that same day she drove from here, and then she drove to Williams. This is where she had the encounter with the police officer. And then Ash Fork is where her vehicle was found, where the woodcutter allegedly had a conversation with her, and she hasn't been seen since. So this is just an idea of the 3 places that she had went between the 27th and 28th. Good afternoon, Michael. How are you? Maxie, MJ Maxie. I had to eat some soup right quick. Yeah, I had to eat something too. I'm good listening to English rap bebopping. Oh, that's awesome. I actually just woke up like, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours ago maybe. So yeah. Hey Kim K, good to see you. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm listening to Little Sims and what? I've never even heard of them, Leopard. Wow. It's cold where you're at, Michael. You'll have good luck today. I don't know about all that. I can't promise that, but I hope you all have a great day. Okay. So let's see where we're at. I want us to see. Check them out. You're gonna have to send me those names, Leopard, because I don't know. All right. I was on the Facebook groups for a little while last night. I didn't want to get too sucked into it because you know how that can go. But I did find pictures of the vehicle, and I wanted to share those because I think it's important. Let's see. Window. There's the car. Okay. Is this big enough on the screen? So this is a picture of the passenger side. That everyone, to get an actual glimpse of her vehicle, like all we kept hearing was two flat tires. You can see right here, this is not just flat tires. This is a lot of damage. My husband used to work in the tire industry for over 20 years, and I asked him last night, what does it look like happened to this vehicle? And he said they hit something and then rode on those, those two tires went flat and they rode on them for a long time. But definitely look at the damage. Okay. They were talking about these two holes right here in the front end. So whatever they hit pretty hard. You can see the scrapings, the damage here. You can see scrapings here. This is a huge dent with scraping. You can see here, Blind showed me this part, with these two like knots. I can't tell if right here that's just the sun or whatever, or is that dirt? I can't tell. What does that look like to y'all? Huh. But this is some severe damage. Yeah, the Facebook group is intense. Those tires are thrashed. Yeah, my husband said it's like they were flattened because of whatever they hit. Like say they hit and both tires went flat for some reason. I don't know. That's what he just thought. Like they hit something and then they kept riding on those wheels for a long time until it ran out of gas, because I believe it is the parents who said that the vehicle ran out of gas. But yeah. The dent is old, you think? See, I don't know, because when you look at all of this and all of this, that it seems like she hit something or someone hit something. Also, keep in mind there are call logs of a police report that she did end up in like a homeowner's ditch or ravine or something. And they then talked to her and told her that, like, she asked how to get out of there, and they explained to her, and she went in the opposite direction. We don't know if that's confirmed or not. That's just something being talked about. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that this photo says a lot. There's a pic in a parking lot that shows the dent. Oh, okay. So if you saw it on another picture, that makes sense. But what about the scrapes? Like I get the dent being old, but like all of this, was that in that picture? And do you have that picture, Leopard? Because if so, can you send it to me? Because I just want to make sense of it. She drove on the flat tires for a while. The terrain out there is rough. Well, see, I've heard different conflicting stories because they have locals that were commenting saying that they've been in that area in their small car and that their tires would not look like that just from driving out there. So I'm not sure. You sent me. Okay, I'll check them. Thank you, Leopard. Zoom on the mirror again. Okay. Yeah, this is a picture that doesn't go over too much, but right here. What are we looking at? Okay, I'm gonna look at it, Leopard, because if it's on my phone and I'm on this PC, it's I have to send it to my email to bring up, but I can do it. Oh, I see you have a lot of interesting. Some of these comments I'm gonna leave. There's a lot of controversy with people, but okay. So I do see the picture with the dent. I'm gonna send that to my email so I can show it, and I do see the dent. But is SF? I didn't read this thread. Leopard print, is SF trying to say that the dent is fresh, or he didn't comment on that part? Okay, let me just send this to my email real quick, y'all. Let's see. Okay, definitely some new damage, but the dent was there. Yeah, I see that. Oh, wait, okay. She'd have to be going like 5 miles an hour to not leave ruts, and that's not fast enough to tear them tires up. Right, I don't think the damage done to the tires and the area that she was riding in to have that much damage done, I don't think it was in this area. I think, personally, my opinion, is it looks like they were tore up and the vehicle was placed in this location because how would you not see the ruts and the damage in the road? That was never noted. If police did take note of it, they haven't put that out. I mean, they haven't put much of anything out, which is frustrating as hell, but you would think that somebody, because there is a lot of locals that have been out there, you would think that somebody would have mentioned like a lot of ruts. The only thing I keep seeing by the locals and people that like are familiar with the story because they live in the area, keep saying that she did go into like a ravine or a ditch, and that could be where some of the damage came from. The white part looks scraped. Yeah. Yeah. And so the boyfriend in the group is saying that they need to do like analysis on this vehicle to find out what could have scraped what kind of vehicle could have scraped this car. And like honestly, I just want to know if they did any DNA on the vehicle, you know, if somebody took her, did they do any kind of DNA on the vehicle? That's what I want to know. And the mirror is folded in. Yeah, it does look folded in. But it also does that when you go to a car wash. Remember we were talking about that line, that it's possible that they went to a car wash before they parked the car here. And I saw screenshots of people talking in the groups that for 4 hours the car was not there. So there's a lot, y'all. There's a lot. SF is saying that it's old, but we don't know how good her tires were to begin with. No, we don't. But when you look at this damage, that's bad. And it's like that on both sides. Hold on. Let me. Did it stop sharing? Okay, no. How do I get all my other pictures for here? No. But I do have, okay. What the heck? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get it. I'll get it together. Alright, so this one right here. Okay, this one right here. I'll make it bigger for y'all, and then I'll zoom in. This shows like the entire car. And it's like that over here. Here's the dent. The window, the mirror is folded in. The tires are like shredded around the rim here and shredded around the rim here. And the lighting on this picture sucks, but you can see that this one has it also. And you can see the damage goes down the car. Also, there's this streaking that Blind was talking about, that it possibly could have went through a car wash. That's just theorizing. We don't know for sure. But then you can see like little like damage here. You can see damage here. So it's definitely alongside the whole entire car. Okay, yep, in order to tear them tires up, you'd have to be going like 10 to 15 at least, and that would tear the road up, right? But what if it's so much like, what if it was like more in the grass and they just didn't see all the ruts that it caused? Like, what if it was all along this little road and they just didn't see it? I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it, but it's really freaking hard. I'm trying to figure out how to just get to my next photos, but clearly I don't know what I'm doing here. Where's the one? Okay, I think it's this one. All right, I wanted y'all to see this one because I thought this information was interesting. Window is going to be this one. Share. Okay. Now, let me catch up on these real quick. So, yeah, the car's most definitely been washed recently. I never did catch who towed it out of there. That's something we don't know. I have it written down to ask. If I do get to talk to either the sister or the boyfriend, whoever I do talk to. Let's see. Question. I'm pretty sure it's LE, though. I would imagine it would have to be LE. Who towed the vehicle? Yeah, it would be dusty as if it were driving on dirt roads. True. I am just trying to stay open to all. We don't know, and it's great. Oh yeah, we all are, MJ, because we don't. None of us know anything. We're just trying to put it together with, like those pictures had other context and other opinions on them, but I just saved the pictures so that we could look at them ourselves and come to our own conclusions. Not everyone's going to think the same, but we could try to maybe put a puzzle piece together. I've looked at a ton and nothing I found would lead me to believe she's missing voluntarily. Way too chaotic to be planned. Yeah, I'm starting to think that too. I'm starting to really get worried. The only thing I know that, and this was on her own personal Facebook, I seen pictures, screenshots of it. She did do a retreat last year in Arizona. I forgot what month. I don't know how long she was going for, but she does like these religious retreats. And I'm just wondering if maybe that's what she decided to do. But then again, I would think we would have some more communication. I honestly don't know what to think. It does look dusty zoomed in. Yeah, I'll go back to the pictures of the cars here in a minute. Looks to me like the tires were blown out on a paved road and came to a stop, then pulled up to this spot very slowly. That, yes, and Brian, you're the one that's good with maps. So I wish that like maybe one day this week you can get over here with me, and we can find like the maps and mark them out. Even if you do it ahead of time, like if you want to map it out on your phone and just put markers and screenshot them and send them to me, we can show, because there is a road, I think it's 124, that's not far from there. There's also I-40, they're saying. And then there's this, what do they call it? Forest Station Road 6. So they call it FS Road 6. Many people have the opinion that the car was put there, that she didn't end up there. So again, it's just speculation, but it'd be something that we can map out. Yeah, and then you can get up here on panel and we can like talk it out. Because as much as I like LTL's podcast, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna listen and watch for like the information that he's putting out according to like articles and things like that. I'm gonna steer clear of any of the SF investigates information, because there's been some discrepancies, there's been some falling outs, there's a reason why he's not on the case anymore. And so I don't know the dynamic of that whole thing. So I'm going to steer clear of that. But as far as anything else LTL might have, as far as like mapping, friends that called in, you never know what we can find. So his content is still amazing. I love his channel. I'm just going to kind of still steer clear of the SF stuff. But okay, I looked at the terrain and surrounding area. I honestly think she was taken by a local. Yeah, and there's a reservation not far from there, right? Right behind. So, okay, we're going to map out area. And then I think there's a reservation nearby. In fact, I'll show y'all a picture here in a minute because people were questioning it on Facebook. Okay, so look at the screenshot on the screen. I thought this was really weird. Oh, that's how you change it? Okay. So these were just locals. This is one person, and he's talking to the sister here. He says, "We seen that vehicle parked in the middle of the 6th road on September 30th. No one around it, thought it was out of place just past Martin Dam, headed west." So, Blind, if you want to screenshot that, you can, because here's some of the locations that we can map out. But the middle of the 6th road is the thing I was telling you all about. It's called Forest Station Roads. So they're known as. So Forest Station Road 6. And this was seen on 9:30, which, if y'all remember correctly, the hunters didn't spot the car until October 3rd. So now we're knowing that the vehicle was there on the 30th. No one was around it, and it seemed out of place. So was it placed there on the 30th or before? Like, I have so many questions now. Let's see. And then Martin Dam, headed west. Okay. I'm not sure where Wendy is. I did send her an email to let her know I was alive. So I don't know. She might be busy, though. I haven't heard nothing back. Okay, so he says that they saw it on the 30th. We was calling elk about 9:30 in the morning. We left to go to Williams about 12 p.m. The car was not there. So this is where he confuses me a little bit. Okay. So right here, he's talking about the 30th. He says, we were calling elk about 9:30 in the morning. We left to go to Williams about noon. So maybe when they came in, 9:30, the car was there. The car was still there when they left to go to Williams. But then at around noon, the car was not there. Then we returned at about 4 p.m. The car was in the middle of the Forest Service Road 6, half mile from Martin Dam, heading west. We thought some hunter ran into some elk and was out chasing them. We went back to town about 8 p.m. and the car was still in the same spot. I hope and pray she is okay. Sorry, that's all the information I can give you. Okay. Blonde, did you understand all of this? Because that was very confusing to me. Okay, so right here he kind of clarifies. Me and my grandson seen that vehicle on Forest Service Road 6 headed west on September 30th about 6 a.m. No one was around it. And And then let me make this bigger. And then he says to the sister, I called it in and the detective never called me back. So I posted what and where it was. And there was a 4-hour time span that it wasn't there. 4 hours later, it was there and went by it on the way back to Williams. It was still there. So that's all I wanted to show about this one, is because there is a 4-hour discrepancy of time that this guy can confirm that the vehicle was not there. So where was the vehicle on the 30th for 4 hours? Is that when they went to the car wash? Possibly, allegedly, we don't know. But where was the car for those 4 hours? This guy was out there since 6 a.m. on the 30th. He saw the vehicle. No one was around it. It was gone for about 4 hours, and then it was back. So explain that. Yes, Forest Service Road. Okay, well, some people in the thing were calling it Station, Forest Station, and I was like, I guess this is like that side of town stuff. I don't know. Hey, Wendy. No, you're good. You're good. No worries. Yeah, I haven't showed any videos. I've just been showing pictures of the vehicle, things that I found on the Facebook groups, things that we can just chat about, like this this comment here, because it's very strange to me. Okay, so how did I change that earlier? Here we go. Okay, so this right here is the driver's side. This is just to show that basically nothing was wrong with the passenger side, but this gives you a little bit of an idea too of the area. You can see a lot of brush that's on the passenger side, and her vehicle was just parked there. Car back, no gas, and 2 puncture tires. Yeah, Wendy, so can you confirm to me about the gas? Was that confirmed by the parents, by law enforcement, by anyone besides like a Facebook group comment? Do you know for sure like there was no gas in the vehicle? Because that's what I had heard too. So I just wanted to make sure. But here's the other vehicle pictures, Wendy, that you might have missed. This shows really good with the tires, how bad the tires are. This dent, if I could ever not multitask and send this picture like I'm supposed to, this dent is an old dent. Leopard Print was able to find another picture of the vehicle where the dent is old, but all of this damage, the tires, all of that is definitely not new. Okay, so this is another picture of the side. The lighting was horrible right here because the sun was going down or just coming up, but this is another of the full passenger side of the vehicle. And like, you know, with the streaks showing like that, looks like they definitely maybe did try to go through a car wash. The window is, the mirror is folded in. We heard it yesterday and no confidence. So it's not really been confirmed if it had gas or not, right? I'm just going to put a question mark by it. Looks like someone took a joyride in the woods, right? And that's what Blind was saying, though. Like, it just makes you wonder, like, I don't know, y'all. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So she was in Namus. I checked on Namus right before my live, and I couldn't find her. Of course, I was in a hurry. So if anybody else wants to check and see if she's still listed in Namus, that'd be great, because they are usually the first to take it down if they've been found. But this is when she was in the Namus thing, 32 years old, Chelsea Grimm, female. This is what people were questioning on Facebook. It says missing from tribal land, and they put yes. So I was wondering if the area she was in, was it considered tribal land? Was she on tribal land? Like that's just the detail that I'm interested in. Her primary residence is not, but she went missing from tribal land. Chelsea was last seen on Forest Service Road 6, where her vehicle was disabled. She was contacted by 2 hunters, but denied any assistance. This was the last sighting of Chelsea. Oh, so the 2 hunters did speak to her, not just the woodcutter. The 2 hunters also did speak to her. Okay. And this is probably stuff I might have said yesterday and that I just forgot. That just shows y'all how fast I do forget. My brain doesn't retain very well. Okay, go to my next picture. Here we go. Okay, so this is a picture of her ex, PJ. This is in a video that was made by Elias, which is his friend. That's the 2 guys that apparently were in the area also, but there's not much information on that. Hopefully we can talk to PJ and get more information about that. This is just something I wanted to share that I came across. I believe they said this was found in her vehicle. All it has is the date with the 28th. Everything else was redacted out, but I wanted to see. So it says, "Thank you to Harry and our Lord." I would assume this is Jesus Christ and a smiley emoji. I don't know what this is. Maybe we can figure this out. This receipt was found in her car, and maybe they were thinking maybe she wrote this. I don't understand what this is. IYNIP. IVNIP. I don't know. And then I'm not sure what this. Stay safe with the heart. Let's go take you home, Blondie, with the heart. And it says my king. So I don't know. I was just confused about this. Wasn't sure what was going on here. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it is tribal land. Much of the land in Arizona is tribal. I need to check. Okay, so maybe that's what they meant. It's like, oops, I'm sorry. She was missing from the tribal land, so maybe that's what they meant. Hey, Blaze, how are you? What time? Oh, for the last picture? Let me bring it back up. Blaze, how are you today? Okay, the time on here is 16:08, which is military time. So 4:08 p.m. on the 28th. So I do have on the 28th. The 28th is the same day that her phone was pinged, but it was turned off. After that, there was nothing. That's the day she also tried to check into the hotel with euros. And this is also the same day of the body cam footage, which was later that night in Williams. So this was earlier in the day before the traffic stop with the police officer in the cemetery, Wendy. Because I don't know what time the police officer body cam thing is. I need to watch that in full. I haven't watched that entire thing yet. Thank you so much for covering this story, but I couldn't find anything about it. Yeah, I hadn't either. Like I said, until I came across LTL, the Facebook groups, you just have to be really careful in. The like I said, I mainly got pictures. One of the pictures, I think I did get the screenshot because it was actual proof. The girl who was posting the pictures of the car, was she like named her friend. Like she was like, this was my friend. She was out there taking the pictures of her car. Now I'm not saying it couldn't be, it can't be like that means it's fact. And I'm not saying that, but I try to just kind of take things with a grain of salt whenever I'm in Facebook. But I did grab a lot of pictures because I thought pictures, are important. Okay, something else that I have to share with y'all because I really thought this was interesting. Leopard print, you might have come across this also. So now we were both on Facebook last night, but let me show y'all this because this is like a whole nother rabbit hole, but it's just something to think about. So this person, I'm guessing this Hermes person is a local. So anyway, they say on her map or his map, the letter Y represents Yolan. Okay, keep in mind that's a person that was missing. C is Chelsea. They are both missing in the same area. So I'm gonna look this up because I need to see if this Yolan person is missing as of right now. C is Chelsea, and D is for Derek, the hiker who disappeared around Jerome and Cottonwood around the same time Chelsea did. Not sure if there's any connection there, but with Chelsea and Yolan, they disappeared around the same place with similar circumstances. So this is a close-up of that map. So they were saying this Yolan person disappeared around this area, Chelsea disappeared around here, and Derek disappeared around here. So I thought, oh my goodness. Oh, I was just asking if you had seen. Okay, sorry. Was I not sharing that whole time? My bad. Okay, so this is the Yolan person went missing here, Chelsea from here, and Derek here. And oh no, that's my voyage. That's not correct. This was her post or his post. So Y is for Yolan, C is for Chelsea. They are both missing in the same area. D is for Derek the hiker who disappeared around Jerome and Cottonwood around the same time. So I was just wondering, are there 3 people missing right now? Is that why maybe everything is so hush hush? Is like, maybe they're trying to see if anything's connected. I have questions. Yeah. All around the same area. Had you heard about any of this, Wendy or MJ? Any of you that are around this area? There are several tribes, one being Hopi. We would have to look at the map. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Me and Blonde are going to have to map things out and maybe figure it out. Starting the snow yesterday. Got to get to show sails out the snow. Boots, oof. I like the snow, but I don't like to shovel nothing out. But yeah, this was alarming. Yep. And okay, I don't do Discord anymore for cases or anything like that. I do have one Discord with one of my best friends that we screen share and watch like reality TV on. That's all I have with them. But for Chelsea's case, I'm finding so much stuff that I need a way to organize everything, and I'm thinking about just starting a server just for like my own organization, because I have to put it somewhere, right? And if I don't have a ton of people that I don't know in there, I should be safe and secure. Whatever. But I haven't done that yet, but I'm thinking about it because I'm finding so much stuff. So if that happens and you're interested, let me know. But if you're not, I completely understand because I don't plan on it being this big social media thing. It's honestly just a place for me to put all of everything I'm finding so I can keep it organized. But yeah, this is another rabbit hole for sure. Okay. Yeah, the only other... Okay, sorry, y'all. Just got sidetracked there for a minute. Okay, where's this picture? I do want to show this picture because it shows the dent, and I don't want anybody to be thinking that the dent did come from my God, where did it go? Why isn't it here? Oh, it's okay. Never mind. Can't open up the tab. I don't want any misinformation out there. And I did show vehicle pictures. So I want to show this picture that leopard print was able to find that was from way earlier. And this confirms that the dent is not new. The dent on her vehicle is definitely old. Now you can see that there is no, the holes that were here and the scrapes and, all that. That's all new. But this dent is old. So I just wanted to put that out there so that information is, not getting thrown around and misconstrued. Oh, thank you, Blaze. I took that on Thanksgiving Day. I was feeling pretty that day. I don't feel pretty every day, but thank you. Okay. So that was that. So that's the car. The dent is not new for those of you that are wondering. Now, I'm going to share this tab. As you can see, I'm on the playlist of LTL. This is what we went over yesterday. This is the video I'm going to be showing. Do I have them in order? Who knows with me? Okay, let's see. This is the one we're on. 3 different possibilities. Okay, so this is apparently a friend explained bizarre disappearance of Chelsea Grimm. It's only a minute long, so I'm gonna make sure the volume and everything is all the way up, and put the captions. And here we go. 3 different possibilities at this point. She either planned this in some way or decided, I'm gonna, some people don't want to be found. There's no rhyme or reason to it necessarily, and that's just a sad fact. So there's, that option, and she had this kind of planned out. And then the other option is, of course, foul play, and someone deliberately took the air out of those tires and took her. Something happened on that road. And then the only thing about that is she says that someone took the air out of those tires on purpose. Okay, but then they got in the vehicle and drove it on pavement on flat tires, or either set up Chelsea in some way to where she didn't know that the tires were flat. She got in and she drove it on pavement for a while. And then, like Blonde said, slowly got to the side road and parked on the side. Like, what if it is someone who altered her car, messed with her car in some kind of way? She took off driving at a good rate of speed on a paved road, damaged her car, realized what was going on, pulled off onto this side road slowly. But then again, I'm not understanding. Well, I guess if they went ahead and took her, allegedly, this is just a theory, if someone had taken her at that point, then someone else had to be involved helping, that went and brought the car somewhere for 4 hours, whether it be a car wash or wherever, and then brought it back. So I just can't imagine what happened to this young lady. I really can't. It just blows my mind. What do you mean a tracker? I don't think I am. Not with maps or anything anyway. But I do try to keep up with my timelines as much as I can. But mapping out stuff is not my forte. Okay. The other option would be occur. Something happened on that road. And then the other option would be just that, I guess,
that she got on that road and she decided just to, maybe she did get a flat, I don't, and she decided to walk and she was delirious or something. Like, it's, I feel like with those options, she ended up walking away from that car.
Yeah. Something got her away from that car.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that one wasn't very long, but yeah, they're seeming to think that something got her away from the car. Someone, that's what I think, but
three different possibilities at this
I
point.
don't know if this
Want
is
to
the
be
same
found.
one.
There's no
Right.
rhyme or reason to it. Someone deliberately took the air out of those tires. It's. I feel like with those options, she ended up walking away from that car.
Yeah. Something got her away from that car.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has two that are the same. Okay, so we'll just go on to this one.
$855-9400. We'll take a couple of minutes if you just want to tell us about her and basically what you know at this point, because we would love to get her story out. Awesome. I won't go off air then. Please call. This is what I always say, and this is what I always say to these true crime channels that go out and exploit people or say very nasty things about people. You never know who's watching your shows. You never know who's watching your shows. Brian here from LTL Podcast. Who do we have?
This is Artemis.
Hey, how are you?
Okay, I think this is the same one that he played at the end of the other video. If it is, we're not going to listen to the whole thing over again.
If you want, and I can kind of fill in the blank.
So the thing that's a little bit weird to me, and
yeah, this seems like the same one as yesterday. Let's see.
From New York, and she was getting married.
Yeah, that's the same one. Let's see.
He got on that road and she decided just to, maybe she did get a flat, I don't, and she decided to walk and she was delirious or something. Like,
so it's like he put a bunch of her phone calls together.
Public, but there's something in her saved story that says, like, two or 3 days before she went missing, it says, on my way to AZ to meet my girlie. And so there, some, it was clearly a female that she was going to meet. So we don't know who that person was. And we searched and tried to find. We do know, though, that a year ago she did a, solo retreat in Arizona.
Yeah.
It was kind of like I don't even really know the details on that retreat, but it looked like some kind of a nature retreat or.
Yeah, so this is the same one as yesterday.
And so it might just be somebody, and Arizona isn't that far away from California,
right?
So who knows, who she could have met.
I just think it's interesting too when we looked at the map that I put together tonight, that it almost seemed like she wanted to go back west at her most furthest point, at the last point before her car disappeared. It's almost like she was heading back in the direction of San Diego and then took a detour and just went straight north. And then that's when her car was found. So it's really strange.
It is really strange and really bizarre. And of course, we don't want to point fingers at the PJ guy, that it's him. But I did even mention in our group tonight that, hey guys, food for thought, on PJ's TikTok, there's a lot of expensive, stuff. I don't know, love of cars and fixing up cars, and he clearly has knowledge about.
Okay, yeah. So we heard all this.
Police on PJ, and there was this whole drama scene or something.
Okay, yeah. So I don't want to replay the same stuff that we listened to. I didn't realize that some of his stuff is repeats. So I'll click on this one, and we'll see what this one's about. Oh shoot! I hate when I do that. Number 43. Oh my God! If this thing don't stop. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place today, not put together whatsoever, and I am thankful that y'all are putting up with me.
Group of some friends of Chelsea, and I just had some recent contact with them. I was actually just doing.
Is Blind still here? Anybody? I don't know if it's my chat that stopped or what, because I know sometimes YouTube trips. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Okay, here's your comment, MJ. Yes, it's been 2 months now. Basically, today's the 26th. The last she was heard from her, she last spoke to her mom on the 27th. 28th is, a lot of things happened on the 28th. The woodcutters saw her on the 30th. So yeah, it's pretty much been 2 months. We can't find him. Are you searching the streets for him, MJ? I don't know. He might be doing some digging too. I'm just going to go ahead and play this and see what he has to say.
Doing that before the show. I'm going to keep that group private and the names private. They've been very kind to allow me to come into that group, and we did some chatting. And I did give them. I have some things that we can go through tonight. Actually, a lot of things we can go through tonight, and maybe piece some of this together. I'm not feeling well today. I started not feeling well late last night. I've had some stomach issues. You probably see my face is very pale today. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm going to try to make it through this as best as I can. I'm going to turn my light up here a little bit. Just get a little bit more light in here. Let's try that. I'm going to try to do my best to get through this presentation tonight, but I promise, hopefully, we'll be able to get through this. So what I want to do first is...
And I'm sitting here muting and coughing because I still have a horrible cough from COVID after the cruise. So yay.
Start with some of the articles that I found today. Pretty much the same similar information, but this has now... we'll just take care of you right away. I've 3 minutes ago. The intro takes in a minute now. 125 people. And I actually super chatted them. That's just another story. We talked about a lot of the same information out there that we've known so far. Had some, it was updated on October 16th, but I thought this was kind of funny when I went through it. My tweet is actually in this article. That's interesting. And I thought that was kind of cool. I was scrolling down. I was like, hey, wait, there's my tweet. So that's kind of neat. My tweet made this article. And basically just gives a little background on Chelsea. We already know. And then it says, where is Chelsea? Chelsea was last known in the location of Williams, Arizona on September 28th. However, SUV discovered near Ash Fork, Arizona with 2 flat tires on October 5th and has left many unanswered questions. Her personal belongings included her wallet, credit card, driver's license, and her cherished pet bearded dragon were all conspicuously absent. Law enforcement spearheaded by the Coconino County Sheriff's Office is diligently conducting an ongoing search operation. Chelsea's family remains in a state of anguish and feverishly pleading for any information that might aid in locating her. Here was the last. Yesterday, but now People Magazine has grabbed this as well. California People Magazine now has picked up this. So it's saying that the reports authorities do not believe foul play is involved in Grimm's disappearance. Okay, we hear Chelsea in that cemetery talking to the police officer on body cam. I am reaching out to try to achieve.
Years old, vanished in Arizona during a cross-country trip to Connecticut with her pet bearded dragon, Roxy. Reported missing on October 4th, she anticipated a lack of phone service, informing her parents about her camping plans. On September 28th, a police officer in Williams, Arizona encountered her, visibly upset while sitting in her SUV. Grimm told the officer she was okay and planned to camp in the area, but was directed to a trucker stop just up the road. Despite efforts by her family, a private investigator, and the Coconino County Sheriff's Office, foul play was ruled out when her locked car was found. Last seen camping near Ash Fork, Arizona on September 30th, her abandoned car, devoid of a few belongings and her pet dragon, was discovered on October 5th. Phone and credit card activity ceased, deepening the mystery. If you have any information in Chelsea's case, please call 928-774-4523. Thank you.
It's all so like eerily quiet. Was she in her vehicle at this time? So like when he's walking up on her vehicle, where is she? Huh. Hey Crochet, how are you? Yeah, it's just eerily quiet right here. So I was wondering, where was she at? Oh, wait a minute. Shoot, this covers the time. Okay. When this goes away, at the top, dang it, when I move my mouse, okay. It says 10/6/2023. Is anybody else confused about that? Am I the only one that it's tripping right now? I thought the body cam happened on 9/28, and the timestamp at the top of this body cam footage, isn't it real time for the officer? So why does it have October? It's freaking weird. Okay, on Brian's playlist, there's a good body cam of the ranger and hunters and what is said and found. Also, what the terrain looks like. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna have to skip around and not go day by day because a lot of it is repeats. If you know what numbers they are on the playlist, Wendy, you can just put them in chat and I'll go to them. But I'm confused on this body cam footage. The body cam footage on an officer, whenever it's released, it has the timestamp at the top of the date and time of this encounter, correct? Every article we've read and everything that I've seen says that 9/28 was the day that the officer talked to her in Williams Cemetery. Why does his body cam footage say October? Wasn't the body cam with Chelsea earlier? Yeah, it's supposed to be 9/28. Like, let me go look this up because I know I'm not tripping. Let's see. Chelsea Grimm, body cam. Let's just see what date this all comes out to because I'm confused on why it says that. Okay. Janet said 3 days after Chelsea started her trip, she called her parents to let them know that she would not be making it to the wedding. That was on the 27th. September 28th, body cam footage shows Chelsea talking with police officer in Williams, Arizona. I'll share this tab with y'all real quick to show y'all. Right here. So if the body cam footage shows Chelsea, because it's not going to show a timestamp of when they release the footage, they're going to show the timestamp of the incident. Fox submitted a request for the body cam footage from the Williams Police Department in Arizona on Thursday. The footage revealed that someone had called in a suspicious person who was sitting in their car. Okay, and that's another thing. In the footage, you can see that no one is in their car. Police responded to the area, and the footage shows an officer talking with Chelsea, who had said that she was taking photos. I am just mind blown right now about the date. I'm confused. I'll go back a little bit, and y'all can, when I press play, this is gonna move and read the top of the top. It says October. It's October 6th. Yeah, I'm. Well, okay. Hi, Furious, Georgia. All right, so I'm going to put a big red flag note. Body cam says 10/6 of 23. And it's weird because at that point, her car had already been spotted by 2 hunters on October 3rd. So how in the, why does his body cam footage say 10/6? Like, who do you even talk to? Hey, Mom First. Who do you even talk to find out about that kind of discrepancy? Call the police department and be like, hey, yo, I noticed something. Like, that is so freaking weird. That is just after when the car was found. No, this body cam footage for you, Georgia. Because, okay, I'll go back to this for you. I have stuff everywhere. I can barely move my mouse. Okay. And I decided to start. Okay. So right here, September 28th, body camera footage shows Chelsea talking with the officer in Williams, Arizona. They didn't find her vehicle until October 5th. So why would his body cam footage show a date of October 6th and he's talking to her? I'll continue the video, but he's having a conversation with her and it says October 6th. And in everything that I've read, every single article has been the 28th was the day of that stop. So yeah, I have some questions. Some big time questions. I'll let this finish playing. When does he start talking to her? Okay, so wait, maybe. Okay, no. So this is different footage. Grady's Georgia, you might be right. This is after. So there, I didn't even know there was 2 body cam footage. So there's body cam footage of when he found the vehicle on the side of the road. Okay. So now it makes sense why she's not there. Yeah, like she's nowhere to be
129,
found.
I'm code 4. I'm code 4.
The time would be, it says 8:52 right now. No, 6:08 p.m. So this was on the 6th. So October 6th is when they actually, so it was reported that they found it on the 5th. So I wonder why they waited until the night of this or the evening of the 6th to go out and actually tag the vehicle. Let me write that down. 10/6. Okay, so he tagged her vehicle on October 6th at about 7:30 p.m. Well, thank you for that information, Curious Georgia, because I was way confused. However, I would like to find the body cam footage of when they actually talked to her. Let's see. Missing person. Full body cam footage interacts with Williams. So maybe this is the correct one.
Feel free to keep it together.
Gosh, I had a mini heart attack because I was like, I don't know where to go from here. I really do not know. Oh, I felt lost in that moment. Okay, let me catch up with the chat real quick. Yeah, so whenever I move my mouse and the video starts playing, MJ, you can see the timestamp be at the top. But I wrote that down. Definitely October 6th. This was when they actually tagged her vehicle. I'm not sure why it took them, a whole day and a half to go and even inspect anything with the vehicle. I'm not sure. In my opinion, the minute it was, okay, you have a missing person. The minute that you are alerted or a tip is called in that they found her SUV, an officer and crime scene people, in my opinion, maybe this is just because I watch too much TV, whatever, but wouldn't you take a team with you and go to her vehicle, excuse me, investigate exactly where her car is placed, don't touch the vehicle at all, exactly, the damage, the condition of the vehicle and all that stuff. And then wouldn't you just because, like, as a precaution, you don't know what happened and you still have not found her, to me, they should do dusting, for fingerprints and stuff on the door handles, and then you proceed to open the vehicle, take pictures and photos of the inside the vehicle, what's inside, what's the condition of the inside of the vehicle, and then you take down all your notes and, like, you investigate it. Did they do any of that in this situation? Like, that's what I'm not getting. You're okay, MJ. Let's see. Okay, here's Georgia. Where can I find this police report? Because I think the only one that I saw was the one on LTL. Right? Is there another one that is out there? And I need to show this. Okay, so I needed to find the police report. Like I said, y'all, I am behind on this, so I appreciate all of y'all helping me put all of this together. It's a lot for one person to do, so to know that some of you know this and know that and can help correct me when I'm wrong or I'm seeing something that isn't, I appreciate it fully 100%. I love that we can work together. Maybe someone reported having seen vehicle, but cops didn't attend for a few hours, as wasn't technically an emergency at this point. See, I don't know. I have to agree to disagree because her parents reported her missing on the 4th. So on the 4th, her parents let them know that she had left her home on 9/24. The last time they spoke to her was 9/27. And then, she's reported missing on the 4th. Finally, on the 5th, they call about a vehicle that's just abandoned, sitting on the side of the road, but they don't actually go out there until the evening of the 6th. But still, I have questions. I want to know if they did any kind of anything with her vehicle to find out if anybody else touched those door handles, who opened those door handles, touched the steering wheels, the seat back, any of that stuff. Like, I want all that done. But yeah, right, Leopard. Me too. For a minute, I was just like, oh, what? Where do I even go with this? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if they searched for fingerprints. Or at least had gloves on. Well, they said the door was locked. The car was locked. So that's when they said, okay, so no foul play. So did they just kind of just like say, oh, okay, so yeah, she's parked in an odd place here, and the whole passenger side of her car has damage and damaged tires and rims. But she did lock it, and there is a camera inside, so we're just going to leave it alone. There's no foul play. No, at some point they opened her vehicle because they retrieved her camera. So if they opened her vehicle, hopefully they wore gloves. They do have her camera, but did they do any kind of DNA testing on anything in her vehicle? Especially 2 months later, have they done anything? I would like to know that. Have they done any testing on SUV? Okay. I've done a deep dive into LTL True Crime Podcast since yesterday. He has a full rundown on all of the evidence. Okay, so again, y'all, if y'all want to put in the numbers of the videos on his playlist where all of this is covered, I will be glad to write that down so that way on my next live I know exactly where to start, or we can jump to it right now. I did crochet, sorry. Yes, so it is you said which is GMT, my time zone. Okay, yes, so it's not necessarily Pacific then, correct? Oh, good. Okay, so I'm glad I'm catching up on the comments. So they did swab many areas of the car. Yes. Now let me ask you this, and this is just because we all know how social media can be. The documents that he has that he goes over, are they confirmed to be official documents released? Could they have been doctored in any way? Could they be fake documents at all? And I only say that because several people in the Facebook groups, but I take that with a grain of salt. That's why I'm asking, because I haven't seen the video. Is it official records? And also, was it like SF that provided them? Because I have a problem when it comes to certain people in this case that inserted themselves and don't have such a good track record. I'm not saying that they can't change and that they are not trying to do things for the good and from their heart, but I do have questions when it comes to certain things being released because of the past. But let's see. So he did read a full police report in one video. Okay, Wendy, no problem. Leopard, you're fine. Girl, you're fine. Arizona is 8 hours behind me, so that time is 10 p.m. local time. Okay, but it said 8 something their time, so I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I've never heard of that either. And yes, thank you. I was just getting to it. I was behind on my comments. Here's Georgia. I'm sorry. Let's see. Yes, for sure. It's like a freaking PTSD thing, Like I gotta worry. I gotta have questions. Hi, Weekend. Good afternoon. Much love to you too. Okay, so Arizona is Mountain Standard Time. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video now. Hopefully, this is the correct one.
Hello. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I just was doing a photo shoot of the lost soldiers. I got a little emotional.
So just sorry, I'm not gonna keep interrupting. I'm gonna let it play all the way through. Well, no, actually, I think I have to commentate. So off top, you already can notice that she seems like she has been crying, like she was emotional.
I just was doing a photo shoot of the lost soldiers and got a little emotional, so I was crying before I got back on the road.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure someone called it in. So.
I'm sorry.
No, you're quite all right. I mean,
I was just doing a photo shoot. Yeah. Packed up. I'm gonna leave soon.
Okay.
But I just didn't want to drive like that. Sad.
I gotcha. You've been smoking a little bit of marijuana?
Earlier today, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Do you have your license on you by any chance? Gets me all emotional too.
Yeah, it's just, I'm trying to do a series on the lost and the forgotten people in this country.
Yeah, no, I get it. How long ago did you smoke marijuana?
Oh, hours and hours ago.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, just hang tight for me really fast and I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
That won't be much of a bother.
You can definitely tell in this video, it is definitely closer to a city. You can see all the city lights and all that. It's not as rural as the other video was. So again, thank you for clarifying that, Furious Georgia, because I didn't even know a second body cam footage existed. So I'm glad that you told me about that. Firstly, I loathe and despise Facebook true crime groups full of BS and loads of misinformation. I agree. For me, I go for facts and actual evidence. Stay out of the weeds. LTL True Crime Podcast is on it. And I do believe that he is on it. I do. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like the part where SF is involved. And I'm not trying to bash the guy. I just have my opinion of him because I've known him since 2021. I've known of him on Twitter. There's several things that just doesn't sit right with me about him. However, like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that every single thing he does is wrong or fake or a fraud and all of those things. So I'm just going to personally steer clear of them. But like if he's the sole resource that was like, here's the full report, then I'm going to question that. But if it looks to be an authentic report, from an authentic source, then I'm all about it. I hope that makes sense.
One five three. Can you 10-9 that registration or the 2-8? I'm sorry.
153. It's going to be 29 negative. 2-8 showing expired as of 9/8 of 23 on a 2019 Ford. Ours is going to be lost of Grimm first of Chelsea out of Long Branch.
10-4. Copy California 2729.
Go ahead.
It'll be same as the RO. It'll be last of Grimm, George, Robert, Ida, Mary, first of Chelsea, Charles, Henry, Edward, Lincoln, Sam, Edward, Adam. Date of birth is going to be 3/22/1991. OLN available.
Of course.
Wait, Leopard. Yeah, so I was in chat and wasn't really listening that well, which I should have. So yeah, this answers the registration question. It is registered. Remember they were saying, well, two articles. One article said it needed to be I cannot think today. It was about to expire, and the other article said it had already expired. So I wasn't paying close attention, but I'm guessing the registration is okay. And thank you for that, Georgia. I wasn't saying anything negative against you or that you were wrong. And I do trust that LTL probably vets the information as well. And yeah, and you're right about this. We could always FOIA it ourselves if we felt the need. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go over it and, see what it has to say. Because I saw that he had that video and I was like, ooh. But then I didn't want to jump too far because I was so far behind. So that's why I kind of started, from the beginning. But I'm definitely going to get to it. Promise that. Interesting, Leopard. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Her camera could have. Oh, Soldiers, Williams, Arizona.
Hey, so I'm up here at this suspicious call, and this lady, she said she smoked marijuana like a couple hours ago. I don't really see signs of impairment, but I don't really know how to look for it all that well for marijuana. She's not doing anything. She just took some photo shoots of the soldier memorial, and she said she's getting pretty emotional about it. So she just decided to, just to like hang out and cool down, and because she's crying. So, right, yeah.
One five three. Can you go ahead and follow one?
Oh, so sorry. Hold on just a second. 153. OLN is going to be Young 9382392. Once again, it's out of California.
Okay. I'm trying to find the Lost Soldiers thing, but like a lot of options come up, and oddly enough, when you type in the Lost Soldiers Memorial, Chelsea's name comes up so many times. Somewhere it talks about, they did get a lot of pictures. In fact, the last selfie of her with the face mask that she wore, the blue and green one, that was from her camera roll camera. The picture of her bearded dragon on the seat, that was from her camera. I went over all of those on the first live I did whenever it was kind of fresh. And that article was very, very thorough. Great training for those LE can't tell if someone is high. Yeah, he said he wasn't familiar with it with THC. MJ, I am all over this. Same. Okay. Crochet. Okay, crochet. Let me put you. Okay, crochet. I made you a mod. Can you find if you find any pictures of the lost soldiers? Can you please drop it in the chat for me if you don't mind? And welcome to having your wrench back. I've missed
Sorry,
you.
go ahead.
So, if just warn her, just say, hey, I don't see signs of impairment, but you're also not driving. So, I encourage you to maybe call someone else to drive, especially because you're in a fragile state. And say, but if you are driving and I do see impaired behavior, you have said to me that you smoke marijuana. I don't want to get into that, so I would encourage you to find someone else who can come drive for you. Or just walk and give her a PA ride to her hotel or whatever, if this car is safe to place you.
Yeah, okay, it is.
But there's nothing we can do to force her to do anything at this point.
Okay.
So,
I got you.
cool.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
These ads always scare the crap out of me. Thank you, crochet.
Dude, just run it. Like,
153 negative 27 Dallas, Good Luck, California.
10-4, thank you, man. All right. I just wanted to let you know your registration is expired.
Really?
So he does confirm.
So it was September 9th. So no
Oh,
big deal. I just
okay.
wanted to let you know, bring it to your attention.
Okay.
Here's your driver's license
Thank
back.
you.
I know you told me that you smoked marijuana and you're kind of, obviously I would be in an emotional state as well. I don't know if you want somebody else to drive you or if you just want to hang out here for a little bit longer, you're more than welcome to do that.
Yeah, if it's okay with you to,
Yeah.
if I hang out here for another like 15 or 20 and then head on the road, that would be my plan,
Sure.
I think.
Yeah, I don't see any signs of impairment or anything like that. So
Yeah, no, I mean, with my eyesight and then crying, it's not the best combination at night.
Dude, I totally
was like,
understand.
I'm just gonna like cry on the road, or I'm just gonna sit here and cry. So I
got
have
you.
my dragon and just.
Oh, that's freaking cool! I didn't even notice that.
Thanks, Rosie.
Wow, Rosie,
I think
that's
she's asleep.
wow, right on.
Yeah, so just to clarify, if anybody is in the Facebook groups, and yesterday I came across an argument with people that they were saying the dragon's name was Roxy with an X, and they were like, no, her name is Rosie with a Z. It sounds like she said Rosie to me. Now, it could have two names. I mean, I'm not sure. That's something I don't know, but it does sound pretty clear that she says Rosie.
That's freaking cool! I didn't even notice that.
Thanks, Rosie.
Wow, Rosie, that's
yeah.
Wow, right on.
She got bored.
Yeah. Do you have like a hotel around here or anything?
I don't. I was actually thinking of just camping for the night, but I wasn't really sure exactly yet.
Gotcha.
Well, I didn't plan to be here till sunset.
Okay. You can't camp in the city limits. It's kind of like a city statute we have.
Okay, good.
But you can always go. I don't know if you can see like the yellow lights across the Loves. It's a trucker stop in the gas station there. You can just sleep there. Nobody will bother you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yes.
Get some good shots at sunrise too there.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sunrise here too. If you ever want to take photo shoots of the statues in the morning, dude, it's really cool because the sun's like rises right behind them.
Amazing. Okay, I'll probably stay at the truck stop then, save some money, and then come over for the sunrise.
You got it.
Cool.
All right. Well you have a great time. I'm Blake.
Thanks, Blake.
You got it.
Appreciate your compassion.
You got it. So yeah, just hang out here however long you want. You're good to go.
Awesome.
And then take care of registration, obviously, because it's
I could do that online.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. If like a county stops you, they're not going to be as nice as me. They're kind of dicks. So.
At least he warned her.
Yeah, you got it. Have a great rest of your day. 153, all be clear. There's no suspicious activity going on. She just took some photo shoots of the memorial statues, and she got a little bit emotional, so she's just hanging out. She said that she is aware of her expired registration, and she's going to take care of it right now.
Okay, so that seems pretty much that. So, okay, I finally watched that in full. I had not watched that. This is the memorial of the fallen soldiers. Thank you for Crochet for sending it. But yeah. Wow, I had never, that would be something we'd actually like to see if we'd ever head out that way. I only shared that to let you know if I gave you information, it's going to be facts to the best of my ability. I like evidence and facts only, and that is what. Thank you, Furious Georgia. I appreciate that, and I am so sorry. That you are going through that, and like I said, I do have a friend who has a sister who's been missing for over 30 years. In fact, she's supposed to come onto my channel one day to tell her sister's story, and even if it's just a flyer, that I can share on social media, I can do that. Just send me the information and I will be more than glad to help you do that. Trucker, stop. No one will bother you. Single female with a bearded dragon, expired registration. Yeah. Hopefully she did take care of it online though. I don't know if that ever happened, but okay. So did anybody find the number of on his playlist? If anybody found the number of the report, because that is something I would like to go over, but I need to know if anybody else is interested. I know Blind would probably be interested, and he's not here right now, so I want to do it on a day where I have everybody's full attention. So if y'all want to do it on a different day, let me know. Or if y'all want to go over it today. Who the heck takes off on a road trip? Oh. Sorry, I had a video start in the background. Yeah, with expired tags. She seemed like she didn't know. So I don't know. Let me see if I can get in touch with Blind and ask him. I tried that once on social media a few years ago. I got eaten alive and dogged. So we steer clear of social media. Next press conference covering my brother, I will let you know. Yeah, do that. Definitely do that. How many years has it been? Excuse me. My goodness. Yeah, just let me know, and I don't mind helping you and, getting his name and face out there. Okay. Let's see. Full police report. Okay, so I think I found it. Chelsea Grimm. Full police report read through. So, looks like this is it. If any of you are up for it, I don't mind going over it. Just let me know. I promise I'll snap back into it in a minute. What's up, Blind? There you are. Maybe someone who knew that wouldn't be an issue for long. Yeah, so what are your guys' thoughts and theories? Like, do y'all think something sinister happened and she is not like in hiding? She's not in hiding. She's not just doing her own thing. Do y'all think something sinister is going on? Or do some of you think that she just wants to be left alone? She wants to be hidden. She just wants to start over, that kind of thing. What is y'all's theories and thoughts as of right now? And yeah, I agree. Furious Georgia, social media can be horrible. Horrible. Oh, yeah, I know. That's what I was. Well, the way you answered about maybe someone who knew that that it expiring wouldn't be an issue for long, that's who would go on a road trip with tags that are about to expire. So, in my opinion, I took your comment as like she was going to be leaving her vehicle anyway and she didn't care it was going to be expired. Or are you thinking that something sinister happened? Back to Chelsea. Sorry, didn't mean to draw attention. No, you're good. You're good. And I hope that we can find your brother also, because he matters. They all matter. And we're here for you. I truly don't know. I think she got snatched up currently. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm listening but can't chat. You're good, Blonde. You're always multitasking. It's fine. She either planned to disappear or something awful happened to her on her journey. Yeah, I tend to think that she wanted to go on this like journey, this self-searching journey, but that something happened to her. She was in the wrong area, the wrong time, and something bad happened. And not enough people are taking it serious enough because they're just thinking, oh, she just wants to be left alone. But like I said, and I'll always say, it doesn't matter that she wants to be left alone. She could still be in danger. She still needs to be located. We still need proof of life. We still need to know that she's okay. But, okay, let's see.
Here, this is the home base of LTL True Crime Podcast. So come over, hang out. Just look me up, LTL True Crime Podcast. Come in the chat. We got about 75 people tonight right now. We're going to get to this article. I'm so happy that this article is out in News Nation. I'm so happy that they're pushing this case again. So it says 2 months ago, after Chelsea Grimm embarked on a cross-country adventure, her family has no idea what happened to the artist and photographer who disappeared after saying she changed her mind as she was planning to return home.
I just want to note that this was November 14th.
Chelsea left from San Diego on a cross-country road trip on September 24th, headed to a wedding in Connecticut. Okay. A photographer and artist, Chelsea.
We heard a lot of this
that
already.
Seemed very in the ordinary or very in character was how she said, "I appreciate your compassion," or something like that. That sounded 110% like Chelsea Stevens said. During the stop, the officer suggested some safe places for Chelsea to camp for the night. She was seen again by a woodcutter on September 30th, camping in her car near Ash Fork, Arizona. Chelsea.
How can you trust the reviews you're reading? Introducing FakeSpot by Mozilla. Whether on your phone.
Into the fact that, News Nation's going to get on this tonight. I'm going to open up the case file. We're going to take a look at that in full transparency. And then tomorrow, like I said, Steve from SF Investigates will be here. News Nation will talk about this on Thursday. So here we go. Let me just take a quick sip of water. This one, appreciate that. File. There is information in there that I felt was very, very sensitive and private information about Chelsea. I have redacted that information. That's nobody's business. If you want to see that business, do a public records request. You can look at the file all you want all day long. But in honor of Chelsea and some privacy as to about some health and stuff like that, I've redacted that. So we're not going to look at that stuff. And I've redacted names in that document as well, too, because I don't want business owners being harassed. I don't want witnesses being harassed, certain witnesses, whatever. So I've gone through and tried to redact as best as I can to preserve that. But I will be transparent and I will show the whole case file. Hopefully tonight, if my voice holds up. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to read the entire thing. It's 55 pages long, but we'll be able to see it on screen. I've made some footnotes in there, and that's probably where I'm going to talk a little bit more about those sections. But I'm very excited to show this to everybody. I know no one has this. No one's got it. It's going to debut here on LTL. We've worked hard on this. Carrie has helped me extremely hard on this case. So I just want to make sure that I give a shout out to her. She's doing great work behind the scenes for me. She's been kind of my little secretary. So thank you, Carrie. Anthony, I haven't already. And hang on. Because I'm all right. Let me try this. Let me save that in there. Right here. Not right here. You have your case file number right here. Disposition date. See the status of the case. 10/13/23. Right here. Disposition date.
Good thing I was like, am I muted or not? Has the friend whose wedding she was going to spoken out? Was there actually a wedding she was going to? Yeah, see, I was wondering about that too, about the friend. Not many of the family or like the wedding, any of those people have not spoken out that we know of. Another thing that I had questions about is, why isn't the parents in Arizona searching for their daughter? And I'm not trying to pass judgment. I just put myself in that situation, and I don't care how far away I lived. I mean, at one point, my son lived across the country way up north, and I would have left in a heartbeat and not left until I knew what happened or where he was until we found him. You know what I mean? So I just question things like that. Like, do they know that she's safe and they're just keeping it quiet, maybe for certain people not to find out? That's the kind of things I question. I heard this area has some missing, so I can pray, right? Yeah, I haven't heard those other persons missing. Yeah, and they saying around the same time she went missing, so it just makes you wonder. Hey, Michael Lee. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let's play. But this is the official report. Luna, we know for sure, is the lead investigator. This came out on October 13th. It occurred on October 5th. And we know that's the day that her car was found or reported abandoned, should I say. These are longitude and latitude coordinates you could look up for the exact location. And here we go.
10/13/23. You have your case file number here at the top. Okay. So if anybody's interested in doing a public records request, there's your case number. Okay. So we'll go on here. Right here, offense code reported as a missing person, non-criminal. Right here, non-criminal. So it is being treated as a missing persons case. All right. Let's go down. Again, it's 55 pages. So, all right, beginning the investigation. Deputy Cortez on 10/5/2023, approximately 1956 hours, blank called to report that she came across a vehicle on Forest Service Road 6 earlier that day and observed the vehicle there on Tuesday, 10/3/23. That was the first reported sighting. Parents reported Chelsea missing on 10/4. There's Nightbot. Nice to see you. All right. You know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. Let me just tone this white down a little bit. There, that might be a little better for me. Uh-oh, what'd I do?
Well, I know they said first reported sighting. Parents reported Chelsea missing on 10/4. I mean, yeah, I guess of the vehicle, maybe is what they're saying.
Oh, that's a little better. Perfect. Let me just turn this light on. All right. Goes on to say, I conducted an above-listed phone number with a female who verbally identified as blank, answering the phone, stated that she was out scouting for elk with her son the previous week on Friday, 9/29/23, and did not observe the vehicle. Blank stated that she returned on Tuesday, 10/3.
Okay, so there was a telephone interview. The contacted the above listed phone number and a female who verbally identified as blank entered the phone, stated that she was out scouting for elk. Okay, so that's where that post came from that I showed you guys earlier from Facebook, where she's saying that like there was like 4 hours where the vehicle was not there. So now I know that that person was not lying. Her name was not redacted on the Facebook group, but yeah, so she was being honest.
3/23, she observed the vehicle. Blank stated that she had not reported it because she assumed someone. Just turn this light up. Oh, that's right, my face. She reported that someone assumed that someone would be coming back for the vehicle. When Blank was scouting in that area earlier that day, she stated she observed the vehicle in the same spot and then decided to report it as it being there for multiple days. Blank advised that she and her husband investigated the vehicle and observed packed bags, luggage, and a purse in the vehicle front seat. Blank was able to provide an accurate location of where the vehicle was located.
Okay, so yeah, so her purse was left behind, but her license and her credit card was with her. So they never actually said like she had her purse on her, that was missing from the car. The only thing they said was that she had her license and her credit card on her. So I'm guessing her purse, she took out what she needed and left her purse there. That's what makes me think that she did at some point leave her vehicle on her own, but then something bad happened. And the reason for the car's tires being screwed up is because someone planned that. In my opinion, someone sabotaged her vehicle in order to make her vulnerable. She did exit her car on her own, but then something bad happened, in my opinion. Because it says here that they noticed her purse was in her vehicle. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Micah Lee, you're always gone. Boo, 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 go. Just kidding. I still love you.
Advising it best to take Country Road 124 at Farm Road 6. Stated that the vehicle was a white Ford SUV bearing California license plate. I advised that I would call her back if I had any further questions. By the way, I want to let everybody know this case is public knowledge. So again, we can talk about it, and it's being handled as a missing persons case. Okay. So it says I advised dispatch that I'd run above the listed license plate. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the investigation. So right here, this is the first police interaction with Chelsea's SUV.
Wait. I like to read everything all the way through. So I advised dispatch to run the above listed license plate through our record system. The license plate returned to a 2019 Ford registered to a Chelsea Grimm out of San Diego, California. I advised dispatch if they had enough information to run Chelsea through our record system. Dispatch advised that they found Chelsea within the system and informed that she was entered into the National Crime Information Center, NCIC, as missing on 10/4/2023 by the Phoenix Police Department. Sergeant Greger, number 34, contacted the Phoenix PD, referred to his supplemental report for further arrival and observations. First police interaction at Chelsea's SUV. Okay.
More about the investigation. So right here, this is the first police interaction with Chelsea's SUV. We'll read that. At 2300 hour, at 2023 hours on 10/5/23, I arrived on Farmstra Road. Yeah, I'll get that. FS6 and conducted a vehicle matching of the description provided. I did not observe any tracks leading away from the vehicle or indications of which.
See, that's important because that's something that Brian was saying. There wasn't any tracks leading away from the vehicle or indications of where the driver could have gone or even come from. That's what's really weird. With as bad as those tires looked,
where the driver could have gone. I attempted to open the vehicle, but it was secured. I investigated the vehicle and observed multiple times packed bags and luggage in the back seat and the trunk. I observed a burgundy purse in the front passenger seat and 2 jackets, a leather jacket folded on the seat, and a fabric sweater on the floorboard. Within the cup holder, I observed a water pipe for smoking marijuana, and most commonly known as a bong. Condition of the SUV. I walked around the vehicle and observed that both right side tires were blown out, multiple minor scratches on the vehicle, and the tree branches embedded in the vehicle's hood and bumper.
Wow, so the fact that she had tree branches embedded in the vehicle's hood and front bumper, she definitely hit something, or someone hit something. That is it's insane.
Canvassed the surrounding area with my flashlight, and I did not observe anyone or signs that anyone was out there. And you saw that in that body cam footage. He came up, shined the light on the SUV, turned out in that field to the right, shined his light out there to see if anybody was hanging out. You know, mostly a natural response that you would do. I mean, it's the middle of the night. You would want to go out and look in that field. Hey, is anybody out there? You know, you step away from the car. So supervision notification, I returned my vehicle and I notified Sergeant McGregor of my findings. Medical centers, after notifying Sergeant McGregor, I contacted Flagstaff Medical Center, excuse me, and Yavapai Regional Medical.
Okay, yeah, so this is a very lengthy report. MJ, I'm sorry that you're gonna lose service, but I get it completely. Tires blown out is different than flat tires, right? All the articles and stuff said flat tires, but they were definitely blown out and driven on for sure.
Centers asking if Chelsea had been admitted to their hospitals, but both hospitals advised that they did not have any patients matching Chelsea's information. Now it goes into criminal investigations. Sergeant McGregor notified an on-call criminal investigator, Detective Luna, which did an amazing job investigating this case, by the way. Sergeant McGregor notified an on-call search and rescue, SAR, coordinator, Sergeant Dick. The investigation continued. Sergeant McGregor further advised me that he had informed that Chelsea's typical traveled with a bearded dragon. I rechecked the vehicle and did not observe a bearded dragon within. I returned to my vehicle and left the scene at approximately 3,600 hours on 10/6/23. And then we know about the body cam video. It was seen in there. I released it here on this channel. And you can see here enclosures, MVD returns, blank Chelsea, in vehicle, NCIS, missing persons return. So they're already putting the feelers out there. You know, had this been reported. So we'll go on here. So here's a request. So on 10/6/23 at approximately 000 hours, Sergeant Gregor notified me of this incident, requesting he notified the on-call SAR, which is search. And rescue on 10/6/23 at approximately 000 hours. Sergeant Gregor notified me of this incident, requesting he notified the on-call SAR, which is search and rescue, coordinator, to arrange a response to Grimm's vehicle during daylight hours, and advised Detective Luna would assist in the missing persons investigation. I'm just going to enlarge this so I can read it a little bit better. I just don't want to get too crazy off the screen. Oh shit, that's probably the best we're going to do. Excuse me. At approximately 5:30 hours, I notified Detective Luna of the incident. See his supplements for the details in the investigation. At approximately 700 hours, I responded to the area of Grimm's vehicle, arriving at 7:33 hours. Once on scene, I photographed the vehicle's surroundings. The vehicle was stopped in the middle of Farm State Road 6 at the listed coordinates. All doors were locked. I observed significant damage to the passenger side of the vehicle, to include 2 blown out tires and what appeared to be damage caused by impacts with trees. This damage was photographed. And then you have here the second interaction with Chelsea's SUV. Actually, I just read that. I'm sorry. While waiting response from search and rescue, I responded a tow truck responded to open the vehicle and then remove it after a search of the contents.
Sorry, God, I was talking the whole time. Basically, I wrote down that I had a question earlier about who had towed the vehicle. It did end up being Murphy's Towing, and what I did was read this
Murphy's
paragraph to y'all while I was muted. So anyway, so they did do a swab of a pillow located in the rear seat of the vehicle. That was for the canine search. They did get Murphy's Towing to open the vehicle, but before they for searching the contents is when they did the scent article for the dogs, for the search dogs, and that came from a pillow in her vehicle. So there's that. A subsequent search of the vehicle by me, Lieutenant Sting, and Sergeant Dick revealed numerous bags of clothing and personal items. These included a purse, a laptop computer and case, an iPhone, a camera and case, a small backpack, journals, and a small case containing numerous receipts. These listed items were seized to aid in the investigation, and I later turned them over to Detective Luna at CCSO. All remaining personal items were returned to the vehicle and secured inside. Okay. So whose report is this again? Who was writing this report? Because like it says that these included, and they wrote down all these things, and then it was turned over to Detective Luna, which is the lead investigator. So does anybody remember at the beginning of this report who was writing this down? Who's this report from? I don't think Chelsea would tear her car up. A woman knows how important her car is. It's her independence. Yeah, as far as whatever happened on the outside, I have no idea what happened with that. But
he's towing arrived at the scene.
I really just want to know who wrote down this report, because okay, so we now know that according to this article, her purse was left behind. She had her license and credit card on her. Maybe. I mean, as far as the articles we've read said so anyway, but again, don't know that for sure. But in her car, they found a purse, her laptop computer and case, an iPhone. So if that was her only phone, she left that behind, and she left her camera behind, which is like she's a photographer. She left her backpack, her journals, and some receipts. So did she just take the bearded dragon and her sleeping bag, her license, and whatever else out of her purse? I don't know. I don't know. I have so many questions. What do you guys think? Because if she left her phone and everything, to me, that doesn't seem like she left on her own. In my opinion, if you have these two flat tires or blown out tires, I don't know. My mind is boggled right now. Ellie on scene wrote report, not sure of the name. Okay. Thank you, Georgia. Yeah, I was just wondering because I thought like maybe this was Detective Luna's report, but I'm pretty sure Yeah, it says up here, I notified Detective Luna of this incident. See, he will have a supplemental report, so that's good. But why all of these items were left behind? And just her bearded dragon basically was taken with her and her sleeping bag. Allegedly. So I don't know. The trees in that area are cedar. The bark breaks easy. Oh yeah, we've had cedar trees, and I have had my tires punctured in that area while cutting wood. Ooh, so you're pretty close to this kind of area. But I mean, as bad as it was, plus the scratches, the scraping, the black scraping, seemed like either like a side swipe of another vehicle, or the report of her hitting a ravine. Because I mean, you have trees that were embedded into it. So some way she hit like some kind of ditch or ravine, in my opinion. In my opinion. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Okay, I'll just display, but I'm gonna be going over this later with a fine-tooth comb.
9:22 hours, and was able to open the vehicle prior to the search of the contents area.
I just read that.
By me, Lieutenant Stang and Sergeant Dick, revealed numerous bags of clothing, of personal items. These items: a purse, a laptop computer, and case, an iPhone, a camera and case at CSSO, and all remaining personal items were returned to the vehicle and secured inside. Items not located in the SUV. It should be noted the keys to the vehicle, ID for Grimm, and debit and credit cards were not located on the scene. It should also be noted a tent was located inside the vehicle.
Okay, all right. So I remember last night seeing on Facebook they were wondering about her tent. That was left inside of her vehicle. So you have the keys to the vehicle, her ID, and debit or credit cards were not located on scene. And it should also be noted a tent was located inside the vehicle. So her tent was left inside. Her tent, her purse, her iPhone, her camera, lots of personal things that she didn't take with her. Hold on, let's see what this one says. Oh, you were in a big truck, not a car. Oh, yeah. His license and credit, her license and credit card could have been in her pocket, could have just been already on her rather than intentionally taken. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm conflicted between, did she want to leave like some of her most valuable things inside of her vehicle and lock it, and thought, it'd be better to leave it in there because you're thinking she's carrying her bearded dragon. She has a sleeping bag, maybe a change of clothes that she took with her, and she has her keys, and she wants her license and her credit card because that's very important. She don't want to leave that behind. And I'm just going to lock my camera, my phone, and everything else inside my vehicle because what if she just wanted to be left alone and she was going for a walk and finding her spot to camp in? But then again, she left her tent inside the vehicle. So then again, I'm conflicted. Like you said, maybe she already had that in her pocket, and yeah, she was just taken. I don't know. It's very, very bizarre. Me too. I've only have it read by LTL. I've only heard it read. About the tent, Georgia. Girl, I get confused. I want to know what you mean, but what did I say that you were replying to? Okay, so just let me know what you meant. Maybe she didn't do it to her car. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might have been someone else. We don't know. The fact that she locked the vehicle, keys aren't inside, would suggest to me that she left the vehicle on her own volition. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm conflicted. Maybe she did. Okay, the whole sleeping bag thing, that was just in articles and on Facebook comments. That hasn't really been confirmed. It's not anywhere in this report. From what I've heard, the ex-boyfriend was one of the only people that mentioned it. How did he even know she had a sleeping bag unless he talked to her or saw her before she even left for the trip. But they don't mention a sleeping bag being in the car. So at this point, we don't know if there was or was not a sleeping bag. So my thing is, I think she probably did maybe want to go for a walk, leave on her own volition. She's thinking, looking at her car like, okay, look at it. I mean, you saw the pictures I showed y'all earlier. The passenger side was destroyed. Those wheels and the rims and the damage is just. And can you imagine what it looked like before that? Because there were tree branches and stuff. You already decided you don't want to do this wedding. You were emotional on the 28th, it seemed like. So I'm just going to get out of here. I'm going to go. I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to find somewhere to sit and just think. And then maybe when she left her vehicle is when something happened. But then again, I am conflicted because did she do that on her own to her vehicle? Or did someone else do that? Did something else happen that we don't know about? Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to confirm about the sleeping bag. Was there actually a sleeping bag? If it's in this report, then yeah, I can see it. But I can't remember. I've read about the sleeping bag in so many different places that I'm not sure if she actually had one. Okay. I'm just blown away. More people have not watched LTL True Crime podcast. He has done excellent work giving all evidence, an excellent timeline. He has really done the deep digging into all of it. I agree, and that is why I do like to drop his channel, because, like I said, when I came across it, I was just like, wow, somebody who actually is following the case and has a lot of good information. So I'll drop his channel again. I need to go over the police reports. Yeah. Oh, that's what you were saying. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and we need to find out about the sleeping bag. That's bothering me. And in order to get our own copy of the police report, we're going to have to FOIA it. I have not done a FOIA. I can get someone who does know how to FOIA to maybe get that information. And so we have a case number. So remember what her sister said about the ex. Yes, I don't forget that. I haven't forgotten it. I have reached out to him. He is willing to come and tell his side of the story and tell us about Chelsea, but I haven't decided 100% yet, and we're just, I kind of just want to see where it goes in like DMs kind of thing. I don't want to get too involved in speaking to anybody besides, like, if her parents would speak or if her sister would speak, that, those kind of people right now, because I do believe that the ex-boyfriend should have a voice, but it's just kind of concerning with some of the things that have come out about him. So yeah, I'm just trying to tread lightly with that. Okay.
Everybody still with me? If you're still with me, everybody's still with me. Okay.
After the contents were searched, the vehicle was removed and that was Murphy's Towing, at approximately 10:08 hours. The contents of the vehicle were photographed and uploaded to evidence.com under this DR. What is a DR? And what is evidence.com? Is that something you can go to? Oh, it is. Which has to have an agency. It's led by Axon. Well, that's interesting. Don't know me to continue. Oh yeah, you have to be a freaking cop or something. Oh well.
Take a pause. I'm gonna wait.
I tried. Further down, you will read a witness saw another person with Chelsea on Fire Station Road 6. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Some thumbs up to hit. Once a vehicle was removed from the scene, I requested Deb McCabe contact all hotels. Deputy McCabe contact all hotels in Williams, Arizona to see if Grimm had recently checked in. I requested Detective Luna do the same in Ash Fork. All right. So we're going to keep moving on. Perfect. Everybody's with me. Good to see everybody here. We've got about 100 in here in the chat. Please make sure to smash that like button. If you're just joining the chat right now, we are going through the Chelsea Grimm case file that is provided by the Coca 20th. So I'm not sure if there's further information that's up to as of this October 20th. So I'm not sure if there's further information that's been put into this file. Maybe. But we have up until October 30th. Did I say 30th or 2029? I think I screwed that date up. There's too many dates going on. All right, so here's your first eyewitness account. On 10/8/2023, Blank reported that her and her, this is very interesting. I want everybody to really pay attention to this. This is a very interesting eyewitness account. Okay, on 10/8/2023, Blank reported that her and her husband had contact with Grimm on the night of September 28th. Blank resides the last residence on Country Club Road before the road turns into Farm State 124 and continues west. She on 9/28 in 23,200 hours. Grimm's white Ford drove onto her property off the driveway and into a drain.
Okay, so yeah, I'm so glad this was in the report. So this is the 9/28. This is the same night that she left the cemetery. And this person calls to report that on the night of the 28th, Grimm's white Ford drove onto her property off the driveway and into a drainage area. That is very interesting. Sorry about that little service. Oh, you're fine. You're lucky you live in the mountains. But yeah, so that was confirmed that she did drive onto someone's property. That's where I thought maybe the damage came from. Like, what if she was emotional and she was driving and she went onto their property and that's where the damage to her vehicle came from?
It's a Danish. I was almost a Danish. I'm hungry. Drainage area. Blank said she was with her husband and contacted Grimm on the property. At that time, she said she smelt of marijuana and was present in the vehicle, but that Grimm did not appear to be under the influence and was very apologetic for driving on their property. Grimm told them she was trying to get to Humphreys, unknown if Humphreys is Humphreys Peak or Humphreys Street in Flagstaff. She said her husband was able to direct Grimm to drive out of the ditch, and they provided her with directions back into Williams and Flagstaff. Now, I'm going to probably say she's thinking, I'm going to hold off on that. I'll hold off on that. I had a thought, but I'm going to hold off on that one. Okay. The end of the driveway, sat there for a few minutes. All right. So Grimm then drove to the end of the driveway, sat there for a few minutes, and then turned west onto Farm State 124 in the opposite direction. Blank told her to travel.
So see, that was concerning too. And I did see that on Facebook also, is that she did drive onto this couple's property. She asked for directions on how to get out. They provided her with the directions, and she goes in the opposite direction that they told her to travel. Pink pajamas. Wait. Sorry about that. Wait, what am I missing? It says something about some pajamas? No? What are you talking about, Crochet? You got me lost.
Blank said there was no visible damage to the car at that time and further advised she had taken a short video of the vehicle as it drove onto her property. She later provided me with this video, which has been downloaded onto the CI drive. She said she recognized Grimm from the Coconino Sheriff's Department media releases and contacted this office to provide this information. I did not get that video. I would love to get the video and see, but I did not get that. They didn't send.
I wonder if by now he's gotten that video. So she had taken a short video of the vehicle as it drove onto her property. Interesting.
It to me in the file. But very interesting tip. And to know, no, at that time, she had no damage on her vehicle. So that's a good timeline to find out when that damage happened. So keep that in mind. So as of the 28th, there was no damage to the vehicle. There's no damage at all. Okay, let's keep moving on. So we're on page 10. Okay, eyewitness account. On 10/9/23 at 20:43 hours. I have to stop and think about this. My brain has to compute because we're not used to saying military time all the time. I was dispatched to call regarding a follow-up on DR, and that's the case number there if you need it. Excuse me, on the above listed date and time, I was dispatched the following regarding missing Chelsea Grimm, who was reported missing near Ash Fork. A friend of hers from Connecticut, later identified as blank, called the Coconino County Sheriff's Department non-emergency dispatch number to report a text message and phone call that he received from Grimm on 9/25/23.
So now you have a friend and this is a male friend of hers in Connecticut, which is where she was originally driving to. They're reporting a text message and a phone call that he received from Grimm on 9/25. So 9/25, friend, Connecticut, got text and call from Grimm.
I contacted Blank via phone call and inquired as to what information he had to share. Blank informed me that on 9/25/23, Grimm texted him from a phone number. The text from Grimm stated that she missed Blank and that she wished to speak to him. Grimm also stated that she was suffering from a migraine and that the sun was shining in her mirrors while driving.
So 9/25, she has a migraine and the sun was shining in her mirror. So 9/25 is the day after she left her home. She left Ocean Beach on 9/24. So this is on her way to Arizona. No, Crochet, I really am lost. I don't know. I don't know.
Blank also informed me that he had spoken to Grimm on the phone on 9/25/23. Grimm informed Blank that she was abandoning her plans to travel to Connecticut and was going to instead embark on a, quote, retreat. Blank explained that he understand this to mean that Chelsea is going to go on a personal retreat into the woods rather than attend an established wellness retreat. Blank also stated that he believed that Grimm would be traveling to a state where she had already been to complete this, quote, retreat.
And we know that she did attend a retreat a year earlier in Arizona. So she mentioned plans canceled and was going on her own retreat. Or at least that's how he took it. Was going to go on a personal retreat. So I wonder if they were ever able to get her phone records and get any kind of weird text or places that she may have called, you know what I mean? Like any friends or anybody else that she may have called. Like, I just wonder if any information from her phone will be coming out.
Blank emailed me a photo of the text message that he received from Grimm on 9/25/23. A picture of this text message was taken and uploaded to the patrol share drive and was available upon request. Oh, Carrie.
Wait, email me a photo of the text message I received from Grimm. A picture of this text message was taken and uploaded to the patrol. It is available. Okay.
Might want to look into that. But I don't know if it's for the file, for their file, but maybe we can get it. And I did get your message. Thank you. Please see the photograph for further information and details. And maybe they'll release more stuff, if you know what I mean. Blank also emailed a photo of Instagram social media that Grimm posted and had made on 9/25/23, which he stated was her most recent post. In the post, Grimm wrote that she was traveling to Arizona to meet her girly, quote. A photo of the Instagram post had been uploaded to the patrol share drive and available upon request. Please see this photograph to further inform and details. All right, we're going to move on here. All right, this is the business owner citing the audio call. This is from the restaurant. And I feel, in my opinion, this is still a very viable eyewitness sighting in this case.
Okay, so this thing is from, they said a restaurant? Okay. Yeah, see, I'm glad I'm going over this because I had not known about a restaurant call. I'm trying to read it before he goes into it. So on 10/12, somebody called dispatch to advise that she believed Chelsea was at her restaurant on 10/6. Wait, what? So 10/6 would be after her car was even located. Okay, so a caller called on 10/12 and said she believed Chelsea went to her restaurant on 10/6. So then if that would be legit, if they looked into it and maybe there's surveillance or something, then her last known sighting would be October 6th. The fact that they haven't put that out or updated it makes me wonder if they followed up on this tip or this lead and maybe there was no surveillance or no way to prove it, which is why they haven't updated her last known sighting. But that's so weird. Okay. So that has been verified. It was not Chelsea. Okay, so as of this date that he's going over it, there was just a call or a tip in or whatever, and then we now know that it's not her. Thank you, Georgia. On May 6th. Wait, what do you mean May 6th? And where did you find that it was verified to not have been Chelsea? Did Brian get that information also? Verified not to be Chelsea. But I'm confused about your May 6th comment, Georgia.
That's just how I feel right now. For some reason, this still sticks out to me. Maybe nothing. It may not be her, but this really sticks out to me. So on 10/12/23 at approximately 21:46 hours, I got it. Blank called dispatch to advise she believed Chelsea Grimm was at her restaurant on 10/6/23 last Friday. Dispatch advised me of the call on the above listed date and time, contacted the number blank. I contacted the phone number and the female, verbally identified as blank, answered the phone, and her wife, blank, in downtown Phoenix, saying they own a restaurant, stated last Friday, 10/6/23, the city downtown Phoenix closed down Roosevelt Street for a community event called First Friday. Blank stated around 1800 hours, two females came in to eat, staying until they checked out, and left at approximately 1600 hours. Blank stated that one of the females had a bearded dragon and believed her to be Chelsea. She stated that she spoke about the bearded dragon and was advised that the animal's name was Roxy. Blank stated that she looked healthy and appeared like any other average person. I asked if the female mentioned where she might have be heading on any headed or any plans, I should say plans, and she stated she did not. She mainly spoke about the animals. I asked Blank what the other female looked like, and she stated that she's an average sized female, around the same height as Chelsea, had long dark hair, approximately 140 to 150 pounds. I asked that if the female, what the female said, and she said she didn't speak with her much because she was shy and kept to herself. It'd be great if we knew if that person was white, black, Spanish, what were they? Who were they? If it was a white woman, it was a black woman, it'd be great to know that information. I'm just surprised that it's not in the report, and maybe she couldn't recount that detail, which is strange because you have all of this other detail up there, but you don't have that piece of the description of this person that she was with. It's just very strange. I asked how they paid, and if she advised.
Okay, so May 6th is now a non-starter. It was not Chelsea. The owner of the restaurant talked to Brian and told him that nugget. Okay, so where does May 6th come into it, though? You're talking about the date, May 6th? Like, how does the date of May come into it when all of this is happening in September and October? That's where I'm confused. And it might be just me needing some sleep. I mean, I understand what you're saying, though, that it has been confirmed, and I did write that down, that it is not her. So that sighting is not her. But I'm confused with the May 6th. I'm sorry.
That she paid with a Visa card
with the last digits of blank and did not name that on the receipt. Stated that she did not observe which way they went or left in the vehicle. Advised that they had no cameras working, but who knows the the establishment that shares the parking lot.
Okay, you're good. And to anybody else watching that might have been confused on the replay, it is October 6th, and you're fine. Thank you for that.
Has operating camera. Just want to recognize this. Debbie has become a member of the channel. Thank you so much, Debbie. The channel go around. So we'll go on here with the case file. Hope everybody's reading along with me. Blank advised the female she believed to be Chelsea kept saying she planned to return due to her loving of the restaurant. Blank stated the restaurant had been closed from Monday to Wednesday, and today was the first day that they reopened. I asked what made her believe it was Chelsea, and she stated that she saw the news story on the television and spoke to her mother about it. She also stated that it's uncommon to see someone with a bearded dragon. I mean, I don't walk around and see people walking with a bearded dragon all the time. It's crazy. And it was then.
No, Furious Georgia, you're fine. Nobody's upset about it. And yesterday, the same thing happened with the date thing. It's because we're trying to consume all of this information within the last few days, and there's a lot of dates. So I completely understand, and you're fine. Like, you're good. But I do understand if you have to, like, take a moment and step away. I get that also completely, but you're fine. I promise. You should see my notebook. It's a mess. So we're good.
She was decided to call in, believing the female that she had an interaction with Chelsea. So I just want to pull this up. Is it possible she was at the restaurant, but before 9:30? It's possible. But the thing that sticks out to me is that she knows the day that it happened. She said it was first Friday. I remember, because that's an event. You would remember that. And you would put all those details together. Bearded dragon, first Friday, two ladies, you would remember all that, what date it was. So it is possible. Again, I don't know. But again, it is possible. It's very, very possible. It just goes on about the body cam footage. Okay, SR, search and rescue details. This is very lengthy. It is the search. I'll leave it up there for a couple.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and read this since he's just going to leave it up here. But yes, you are fine, Furious Georgia. We love you, and I thank you for all of your input, because you did binge watch a lot, and you're helping a lot. I need to do my homework like you've been doing, so thank you. Brian does the same thing in his videos, so yeah, we all do it. We're human.
1 minute, so if you want.
Okay, so this is Deputy Clifton. This is 10/19/2023, assignment on 10/6/2023 at approximately 5:30 hours. Sergeant Dick number 21 notified me of a missing persons call for service related to an abandoned vehicle located on Forest Service Road number 6 in the Williams District. I'm just going to say Sergeant D. Sergeant D number 21 advised that Williams District deputies responded to a report for an abandoned vehicle on FS6, and when checking for the registered owner of the vehicle, it returns to a missing person identified as Chelsea Grimm. Please refer to the original report for further details. Sergeant D number 21 advised he would call out Coconino County Sheriff's Office search and rescue personnel to assist with the route and location search of highly probability areas pending further investigation of the vehicle. Sergeant D further advised detectives would be on scene to process the vehicle and to identify potential clues, including Chelsea's itinerary, direction of travel, and possible state of mind. Hold on 1 second. I think we got company that just walked in and they're super loud. Okay, I'll try to read over that. At approximately 9:20 hours, CCSO, search and rescue personnel, and I arrived at the initial planning point and vehicle location. Gives the coordinates, and I set up.
Read it.
And I set up an incident command post nearby at coordinates, and it gives the coordinates for that. I contacted Sergeants D and Mitkowski. I guess he's another detective, along with Lieutenant Sting, number 14.
I'm not going to read all this.
At the vehicle, and after a tow service, opened the white 2019 Ford Escape. So it is a Ford Escape. because we've heard 3 different vehicles. They opened the Ford Escape. Sergeant Mitkowski authorized a search and rescue K9 handler to collect a scent article for her K9 to attempt to track the scent from the vehicle if a scent was present. I also contacted Blank, the manager for the nearby Blank, and he advised me he was unaware of when the vehicle initially arrived at its current location. Blank also advised he would pass along missing person flyers for Chelsea that I provided to him to the hunters on his ranch, as well as check the structures on his ranch. Okay, let's see.
But I will read people are watching reading of this. Sir, hold this.
Okay. So at approximately 10:23 hours, Blank sent me a text message which stated that he did not detect any sign of Chelsea at his Blank and stated that he passed out missing person flyers for Chelsea to hunters on his ranch. At approximately 11:25, search and rescue personnel began their route and location search assignments immediately leading away from the IPP, which is where the vehicle location was the initial planning point, in an attempt to locate clues or tracks indicating possible directions of travel. ICS, which is Incident Command System from 214S, have been retained from search teams and are available upon request. At approximately 1:07, Arizona PD of Public Safety Western Air Rescue Helicopter Ranger 58 arrived in the area at my request and began an aerial search for any persons in distress or solo persons. After approximately an hour of searching, Ranger 58 departed from the area to refuel after seeing no signs of non-hunters. Hold on one second. Would love to know if a scent was found and followed. Yeah, that's the things I want to know too. You know, when reading this report, I would like to know the outcome. Of course, this was in October, so maybe we'll find out more, you know, coming up, hopefully. Okay, sorry about that. Whoa. Okay. So the helicopter didn't see any signs of anything. Where was I? Okay. Yeah, he went back. After approximately an hour of searching, he departed from the area to refuel after seeing no signs of non-hunters. At approximately 4:30, right? 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 4:30. Ranger 58 returned to the area to conduct an aerial search from the vehicle towards the south, since search and rescue personnel reported multiple roads and navigation aids in the area as possible egress routes. At approximately 13, no, I'm lost. Okay. At approximately 19:02 hours, Rangers 58 search and rescue personnel and I departed the area after discovering no signs or clues. At approximately 20:30 hours, dispatch advised Blank contacted 911 to report that he located clothing likely to belong to a woman hanging on a tree in the area after he observed a Ranger 58 searching. So I do remember seeing the pictures of the clothes hanging on the tree. Was that ever confirmed that was hers? Sorry, I'm just writing down that this was found. Was it confirmed? Hers. I love you. Love you. Let's see. So the clothes likely belonging to a woman hanging on a tree in the area.
I'm kind of trying.
Okay. So right here, telephonic interview. At approximately 21:10 hours, I contacted Blank by telephone, and he advised he was still in the area. Oh my God, this thing is getting on my nerves. It's background. I have some background music that's playing, and I don't know how to get rid of it. Do y'all hear it? Because if not, then I'm just gonna let it play. What I missed? We've just been going over this police report. Leopard, very interesting. Okay. I'll bring you up to speed in a minute. So approximately 21:10 hours, I contacted Blank, and he advised he was still in the area of FS6 as he was assisting with a youth hunt. He advised his cell phone service as unreliable and was unable to send photographs of the clothes to my cell phone. Blank successfully sent a text message stating the coordinates for hung clothing were at, and it has the coordinates. Jay stated he was in the area scouting for elk and located the clothing up an unnamed road and drainage east of FS6. He further stated he believed it to be out of place and stated he could observe passenger car tire tracks nearby. Blank also provided me the location for his camp in case I needed assistance in locating the hung clothes. This concluded my telephonic interview with Blank. Please refer to the enclosed Blank incident map for further details. So the hanging of the clothes was found by someone else that was out there camping. And it has the coordinates, so that's interesting because there is a way to map coordinates. And I find it very interesting that he could observe passenger car tire tracks nearby where the clothes was hanging at. So I wonder if that was her tire tracks or what. Those pics. Yeah, the ones of the clothes hanging. I know I seen it. I'm pretty sure I saw it yesterday or last night when I was going through Facebook and couldn't put my phone down for a minute and finally had to consciously make an effort to put it down. But yeah, those pictures are on Facebook. Okay, let me see where he's at because I accidentally closed my tabs because it's freaking music that's playing. Okay.
So Jay was the hunter, so we know that.
Okay, there we go. So Jay was one of the hunters. Jay the hunter. He's the one who mentioned the clothes found. Okay.
Gave that call. Now I'm going to get back down to the officer observations.
Okay, so at approximately 23:10 hours, I contacted Blank by telephone, and she reported that she was in the area woodcutting near Paradise Tanks. Blank stated that she traveled from Williams, Arizona on FS 124 and FS 6, and she stated she did not observe any vehicle at the location where Chelsea's vehicle was located. She further stated that when leaving the area on 10/1 at approximately 1400 hours, she observed a white Ford Escape at the location where Chelsea's unoccupied vehicle was located with flat tires. Okay. Okay, so why at the beginning right here it says that when they contacted her.
Hey, where's your keys?
Ivan.
So I'll pause it here again.
Okay. Yeah, Wendy. So I'm confused right here of how it's stated. So he's talking to this person by phone. She reports that she was in the area woodcutting near Paradise Tanks. Stated that she traveled from Williams, via 124 and 6, and she stated that she did not observe any vehicle at the location where Chelsea's vehicle was located. But then it says she further stated that when leaving the area on 10/1, at approximately 1400 hours, she observed a white Ford Escape at the location where Chelsea's unoccupied vehicle was located with flat tires. So are they saying when she went into the area, it was before October 1st and there was no car there? And then when she left on October 1st, she did see her car? Is that what they're saying? And is this a different person or is this still Jay? There's a video of body cam from Ranger, clothes, tire tracks, etc. Okay, I'm going to have to look for that one. Okay, let me look at my notes real quick because we were watching something earlier and I was like, well, so the car was there before October 5th? Yeah, so I'm just trying to find where I wrote earlier. Observation. Okay, so I'm thinking about the picture I showed you guys earlier and that they talked about where it might be Jay the Hunter, but it says it was on Bar Station Road 6 on 9:30. So, and then it was only like a 4-hour difference between when the vehicle was there and when it wasn't. Remember when I was reading that earlier to y'all that they went in at 6 a.m. There was no vehicle. The vehicle was there. They left and then they came back. And it was like a 4-hour gap of time that the vehicle was not there. And then the vehicle was there. So I'm getting so confused with all these different sightings and calls and hunters and all of that. All of this is very, very confusing to me. Because now I'm wondering, when was the vehicle actually abandoned on side of the road? We know that the hunters saw it on October 3rd, but then I have another statement of someone who saw it on 9:30. So that's all very confusing to me. No, y'all are good. I'm just gonna I have some sleuthing to do. That's all.
Again,
okay. So I'll just say this one that obviously when this woodcutter, and I'm right here, she didn't see any vehicle. But when she left the area on 10-1, there was the Ford Escape and it was unoccupied and it had flat tires. So we do know for sure, and I don't know who this witness is, but we do know on 10-1 there was a sighting of an unoccupied vehicle. Hold on a second, y'all. Okay, sorry, y'all. Sorry. I sent you the Hunter body cam. Okay, you sent it on my phone. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to go through all that, and then I'll save that for another live. I'm gonna finish reading this little area right here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day because my brain right now is in overdrive.
You want to read?
Okay, so I'll just finish reading here about what she said. So she also reported that she observed a camp with a peach or girly colored tent approximately 2 miles south of FS6 on the road to Paradise Tanks. So she observed a peach colored tent. So this is all another witness sighting. Okay. Peach colored tent. Additionally, reported that she observed movement in the tent when calling out to it and that she did not get a response. So all of this is happening on October 1st. So, I mean, it could be that, but then again, it doesn't make sense with the other part of this report where it says the tent was left in the vehicle. So we have to remember that the tent was left in the car. So unless she had 2 tents, I don't know if this could be Chelsea or not. She further stated she thought it was strange that the camp would not have a vehicle nearby and have a smoldering unattended fire. She also reported that she and her husband returned to the area on 10/4 and then departed on 10/5, and she reported that she observed the white Ford Escape to be unoccupied and the camp on the road to Paradise Tanks to no longer be there. This concluded my telephonic interview with blank. So she saw a camp, but by 10/4 and 10/5, that was gone. So I would like to know more about this witness right here. It is a lot. It is definitely a lot. Keep listening. Brian explains a lot of this. Okay, I will. I promise. But yeah, I feel you. I think the video you sent will calm us down.
How long you can.
Okay.
This was his statement. I'm just going to save it for the interest of time. But what I do want to read is here. Officer observation around Chelsea's SUV. At approximately 10:00 hours, I traveled to an unnamed road towards the coordinates provided to me by blank. And as I searched along, the unnamed road to the coordinates, I observed an Under Armour shirt tag on the roadway. I also located the clothing matching blank's description hanging from the tree near the coordinates he provided. I also observed multiple foot tracks and set of tire tracks consistent with the width of the Ford Escape and a tire width of the tread consisting with the passenger vehicle. I also contacted blank at his utility all-terrain vehicle as he was returning to the camp from a hunting spot. So I just want to say something about this. And I know people got wild about the clothing on the tree. Now, let's think logically here. And I'm not trying to push a narrative or anything. I'm just thinking with my thinking cap here. That area is heavily traveled. There's people that come in and out of there all the time. Okay. We know that there was clothing on this tree. We know that there was Under Armour tag. We know that there was other articles of clothing that was around that area. We don't know. And I just want to say this, and you may agree with me and you may not agree with me, but we don't know directly if that was Chelsea's clothes. I have no indication. I can't verify because people come in and out of those areas and leave shit behind all the time. Maybe someone got their clothes wet and hung them up on a tree and forgot about them and left.
I mean, what he's saying is facts. It is true. You can't assume every little thing out there has to do with Chelsea. I do understand that completely.
So we don't know. Could it be Chelsea's clothes? Absolutely, 100%. But I can't verify that. I don't know. So you have to kind of 50-50 it. You know, it'd be a great clue if it was, it'd be a great clue if it was, or it does have any connection in this case. Absolutely. I would want that to be a connection. Maybe they get some DNA or some fibers or hair off those clothes. Absolutely. So, but again, you have to think logically. That's a heavily traveled area. A lot of people coming in and out of there. I know when Steve was out there, he said, I've been on the road. I've been out here in this location for what you said, 30 minutes and 6 people have already passed me. And I've looked up videos of people that camp in that area. There's fucking campers everywhere in and out of that area. I mean, that's a very heavily, because it's up near Route 66. So a lot of people pass through that area and they'll camp there. You're going through Williams, Ashford, Slagelman, that's all Route 66 area. So when people come in through California and they drive out to the East Coast, they're going to pass through that Kaibabie National Park. It's a big park. And you're right near the Grand Canyon, just probably not a couple miles. I think it's a little whiles away, but you're right there. So again, I just want to, just put that out there because I know a lot of people have been questioning that, talking.
This is the initial police report in the days right after Chelsea's parents. Yeah, you're right. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe there'll be another one that will come out soon if there is more information that they're finding out. I also want to know if it has any connections to those other 2 people that are missing, and wondering if that's also why we're not hearing anything, because what if they have 3 missing people at one time and they're trying to investigate all of this at one time, Like, we never really know
about that. And I don't know. I haven't verified it. Maybe Steve can verify it tomorrow. I'm not sure. He'll be here tomorrow night. I can ask him that question. Okay. So it says blank advised. He observed the hung clothes on 10/6/23, and after observing the Ranger 58 in the area, contacted 911 to do a clothing appearing to be out of place. Further, stated that he did not see any other signs of recent human activity. As I photographed the potential footprints in the area, blank contacted me, stating that he believed the prints belonged to him or his hunting companion. When blank displayed the tread on his hunting boots, I observed it and matched it to prominently displaying prints in the area. Further advised that he did not observe any signs of travel further east on the unidentified road or the surrounding area. When I asked him if he was hunting, companions wore Under Armour branded hunting shirts, he advised his hunting companion Sal wore Under Armour hunting apparel. This concluded my interview with blank, and please refer to my body worn camera. And we saw that because I released the body cam footage. So that kind of explains some of the clothing in the tracks. Give me 2 seconds here.
I was reading y'all's comments. I do this way too often. Oh my gosh. Basically, all the comments you seen on screen, I was acknowledging you guys. MJ, I hope you have a great evening. Thank you for being here. And I was pointing out, Georgia, that, yeah, this makes a lot of sense and a lot of things have been cleared. And I was saying that hopefully in the coming days or weeks or however long that he is able to get more information, and that what if they are investigating also the other missing persons? It could just be one huge investigation. Let's see. I apologize now. I think there's a person or persons in that area. That is not good. Wait, what? I apologize now. I think there is a person or persons in that area. That is not good. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean, Wendy? No, yeah. If y'all oh my gosh, if y'all notice I get quiet and I'm pointing, things are moving on the screen, please put some alerts or something in big old letters or something to let me know, because all right, let's let him finish this. Oh, he said give me a minute. It's quiet.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, okay. I was like, is his screen frozen? Is mine?
Button. We'll get some gift memberships out there for everybody. Let me see. I'm going to just move up. So it says here, I photographed the on here.
Wait, let me just see if there's anything I didn't read. Okay, so they photographed and collected both clothing articles and placed them in a bag inside a locked compartment of my agency-issued vehicle to be submitted into evidence at approximately, let me see if you read this.
Let me see. I'm going to just move up. So it says here, I photographed the collection of both clothing articles, and you saw that small clip where he put that into that red bag and put it in that locked compartment behind his inside his truck. So that was evidence collection. Excuse me. And it says here, evidence continued approximately 23:30 hours. I placed the 2 collected shirts in a secure and temporary locker in the evidence room. It's going to go on here. I'm just going to pause this, let you all read this if you want to watch it on replay. I'm not going to read through this entirely. It's just more about the search and rescue in that area.
Okay, let's see, approximately 11:15 hours, and as I walked back to my vehicle towards the west on the unnamed road, I searched for damaged pieces of auto body parts, pieces of tire treads, and other potential clues, and I did not locate any. As I drove the remaining portion of the unnamed road towards FS6, I stopped at locations in the roadway. Please tell me I'm not muted. Okay. That were likely to cause damage to a low clearance vehicle or passenger car tires, as well as locations with traps for signs of foot travel. I did not observe any additional clues. At approximately 16:45, all search and rescue teams completed their assignments without locating any additional clues. Please refer to the enclosed incident map for locations. Evidence continued. So at 20:30 hours, I placed the 2 collected shirts in the temporary locker. On 10/11 at approximately 6:59 hours, search and rescue and I departed for the area near the IPP to search additional linear features and to conduct an area search of the Arizona 25% mental health distance traveled. Okay, can someone in that area tell me what that's about? To conduct an area search of the Arizona 25% mental health distance traveled. At approximately 1700 hours, all search and rescue personnel stood down from their search assignments. All of the linear feature search assignments were completed, and the area search assignment 28 was completed 50% complete and scheduled to be completed the following day. Please refer to the enclosed incident map. It's so cold in that area already. Oh. Her SUV was, yeah, I think that too. Me and Brian were talking about this, and I don't think she drove it there. It's like I go back and forth, yes, but I think someone else drove that car there. I think someone else brought the vehicle somewhere else to wash it off or something, maybe, because there's a reason why it was missing for 4 hours and then it was back in the same place. Like it was placed there. So there's no searches until spring now. So just because of the temperatures, they're not going to search. That's upsetting. But does anyone know what this Arizona, God dang it, Arizona 25% mental health distance traveled? I'm confused on that. I really am. At approximately 12:15, I removed the collected clothing located on 10/7 from the secured locker and submitted both shirts into evidence. And then you can, yeah, that's upsetting that they're not going to search because of the temperatures. What about the other people that are missing?
Again, I don't feel that I need to.
Like, I don't understand. Okay, so this is the drone search and rescue, and he's not going to go over this anymore. This is very, very long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it in chat for those who aren't already following him and that just want to go over it yourselves. There is that. And I'm going to stop presenting for now and catch my breath and try to process all of this. I'm apologizing. You don't have to apologize for your thoughts, Wendy. I was just confused on what you meant. This one, you said, I apologize. I think there is a person or persons in that area. That is not good. Maybe it's just look, it's Sunday. All of us have had a long week and weekend. This case alone, just from me tackling it since the other day, all of us are just in a weird mind space right now. So don't apologize for your thoughts at all. I am upset about this. I don't understand why temperatures would stop them from searching. Nothing should stop them from searching. So I hope that, I get that it's snow, but don't they have like sorry, don't they have like specialized search and rescue that can get out there even in snow? And as you can tell, I'm not familiar with living in an area with snow because I live in the South, but it's upsetting. I think someone punctured her gas tank and her tires when she was pulled over somewhere and followed her and waited until she had to finally pull over. Yeah, see, I thought about that also, Wicked. I definitely thought about that too. The snow stops them. Well, I pray that we find out something long before the spring because that is insane. Hold on. I'm going to do something while I am on here with y'all. So Yolan and Derek. Does she ever say the names? Okay. Just before I let you guys go, I'm gonna share my screen here. Go to Google. Let's see. Yolan, missing person, Arizona. Let's see what this one is. So, police report reveals details in a mysterious Sedona disappearance of Yolan Miller. So, for those of you that are in chat that are familiar with the area, how far is Sedona from like Ashfork and Williams and all that area? Nope, not unless it is a person who has literally just gone missing, but you have a very small window to find someone alive in cold temps. Oh, that's heartbreaking. But yeah, so this is from the pictures that I showed y'all earlier, where the person was mentioning the missing persons, Yolan and Derek. So Yolan is around the Sedona area. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But how far is that from there? And yeah, it is very sad for the family. And hi, Nicole. When we leave, I will say later now. Peace and blessings to you all. Saying goodbye now until we meet again. I'm still here, just saying now. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm only here for a few more minutes, but peace and blessings to you too, Wendy. Thank you for being here. All right, so I'm just going to see what it says about this one. Arizona's family now has the police report detailing the disappearance of a woman with autism who worked in an Arizona grocery store floral department. 38-year-old Yolan Miller mysteriously disappeared in June of 2022. Okay, so her car was found abandoned just days later after she disappeared, but this was last year. Okay. She was the friendly face who worked in the floral department. She vanished without a trace 3 weeks after Yolan went missing. It was just as if she disappeared. They felt that it needed more attention and hoped to help law enforcement with leads. She has autism and was high functioning and able to live a normal life. The circumstances are strange. According to the police report, Miller told her roommate she was going to Jerome for a meeting and left the house in a rush. The roommate told police she left in a nice outfit, including white pearls, and believed she was meeting someone for a date, later telling police Miller was visiting romantic chat rooms despite having a boyfriend. So this one doesn't seem like... Oh, my God. That detail becomes important. Okay, wait. She wasn't dressed to go hiking, and she didn't take her dog because she takes her dog everywhere. That detail becomes important because after the 19th, family, friends, and her boyfriend didn't hear from her again. And when she didn't show up for work on June 22nd, her boss reported her missing. Then a major clue popped up. On June 24th, Miller's Ford Escape, another Ford Escape, was found abandoned on a Forest Service road near the Hananki Heritage Site, 12 miles northwest of Sedona. It's very rural. You need a high clearance vehicle. You don't just happen upon this road. They found her purse with her license, social security card, credit card, and keys, and the police report said Miller's bank told investigators the last activity on her account was a withdrawal on the 19th, the last day anyone saw her. Yeah, so she still has not been found. Okay, I just wanted to see what her case was about. So it's only a couple hours drive. Who is it? His name is Derek. He's a hiker, and that's the one I'm gonna look up. It's pronounced Sedona. So Sedona. Okay, I'm from the South, so I say Sedona. Sedona. Yeah, I don't know, leopard. Dough. You have dough in the middle. Like what's that song? The buttermilk biscuits. That song. Sedona. Either way, it's a beautiful area. So it's about an hour from Williams to Sedona. Okay, let's go look up the other one. So this was, what did I say his name was? Jordan? Derek. Derek the hiker. Yeah, my brain is fried today. Just a little bit. Okay, Derek hiker missing Arizona. Oh no, what is this 2021? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Body found in Arizona believed to be final missing missing hiker. Let's make sure. Okay, this is March 16th. Okay, they don't even have his name here, so I can't. I'm not sure. Yeah, from this Sedona. Oh, they're saying. I don't see anybody. Let's see, Derek. Because this is from 2021. Yeah. His name is Derek. But I'm not sure now. I don't know any other. Didn't they say it was the same date? Let me look at my photo again. Okay, so she said D is for Derek the hiker who disappeared around Jerome and Cottonwood around the same time Chelsea did. Okay, so missing around Jerome and Cottonwood. $2017. I don't see anything new. So I don't know. I was gonna try to find something about that, but I'll have to check back on the groups. All right. My husband is giving me. I know that look. Luckily, we have leftovers from last night, so I can be lazy tonight, but back to business tomorrow. So, thank you all again for everything. I am losing my voice here, so yeah, I'm gonna be taking it easy, but I'm gonna binge watch some more of the rest of the report and write down some key notes just to go over. So the next live, I don't have to go through him reading it and all that. I'll just kind of take some notes on Canva and do a presentation and show it to you that way. But yeah, I'll definitely be live again. I might skip tomorrow and go live again Tuesday, but either way, just be on the lookout and I'll try to put it on my community post ahead of time. So Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being part of this, all of you. Here is Georgia, Leopard, Wendy, Crochet. Did I say Georgia? Yeah, Blind, wherever he went. Thank you. And lots of love to you all as well. Nicole, thank you for being here. Wiccan. Let's see. Kim K. MJ. Can't forget MJ. She's always here. Love her to death. All right, guys. Y'all have a great rest of y'all Sunday, and I will see y'all sometime in the next few days. And remember, I love you all. Be a kind human. Blessings to you all. I love you. Have a good one.